Hi-ho, gamers and ferneds everywhere. This is RRPG here with a very big announcement directly to you. Next month is the month of May, and you know what that means? That's right. It's that time of year again, where the Geek Fighters will bring back our Road to E3 series as we approach Gamers Christmas for the 2018 season this June. You probably are going to wonder to yourselves about what days we'll be having our Road to E3 2018 episodes, who we are going to cover, and when the times are going to be held. Don't worry about that, as you have come to the right place for that juicy info. Our Road to E3 2018 festivities will start off on May 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, as we'll cover our predictions on Microsoft. The next week on May 18th at the same time, we'll cover our presaging on Sony. The next week after that, on May 25th at the same time, we'll see us giving our prognosis toward Nintendo themselves. And the final week on June 1st at the same time sees the Geek Fighters bring in the augury on third-party companies. It's during these times every year when we ask ourselves, is Microsoft going to hit it hard with more Japanese support? Will Sony show off or announce the PlayStation 5 during their press conference? Does Nintendo have a new beefier revision of the Nintendo Switch in the pipeline? Do all third-party companies have a bevy of new software to entice the masses on all platforms in the future? Those are just some of the questions we ask ourselves and predict when times like these are about to hit off hard. But you'll just have to tune into these times to see what all we ask ourselves and what we surmise will be at the big event. If you want to keep up to date on when we go live, then here's a big must that you should do. Hit that follow button on our Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/thegeekfighters, so that you can know when we'll exactly go live on those days, aside from our days when we live stream our play sessions on games we like to riff. That means more support from you will mean that we'll continue to provide you all with great content that you won't find anywhere else. Finally, for all who are anxious about what our schedule is going to be for E3 2018 in terms of the press conferences, stay tuned for more details in the middle to late May, as we'll have everything finalized by then. E3 2018 is going to be another barrel of fun for Fighter Chaos, 16-Bit Jeff, and myself at the Geek Fighters, but the fun only gets started 1 month before the main event with our Road to E3 2018 series on Twitch. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and we'll see you during these times in the month of May, as E3 2018 is slowly crawling up from around the corner. This is RRPG signing off by saying Godspeed, and game on, gamers. Peace out! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is RRPG here, and welcome back to RRPG Livestream, where we're going to get back on track with The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel on the PC. And yeah, as from what you saw at the beginning there, after I switched scenes from the intermission screen, I will be doing the Road to E3 series with the Geek Fighters starting on May 11th, and it's going to be every Friday before E3 starts. So that ought to be a lot of fun, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to follow us on twitch.tv/thegeekfighters, and we will actually, answer your questions and have a lot of fun during those times before we head on to E3. And I'm definitely looking forward to E3 because, well, it's been far too long without there being an event for us to actually, commentate on and to actually do any riffs and that kind of stuff. Although we did do our Thousand Arms live stream today, so hope you really enjoyed that and are looking forward for me to play some more Trails of Cold Steel. So let's not waste any time and let's get right into it. So yeah, in the previous time when we were playing, we got done with the quests or the tasks for field day, the first and second day of our 5th field study adventure. And hello there, Whitetail Geek. Welcome to the stream. Glad that you can make it. And if you haven't followed me already, be sure to hit that follow button right above the video player, so that way you're notified when I go live. And, more support from you will mean that more content and more streams are coming from me in the future that you're not going to find anywhere else. So, like I said, if you haven't done so already, be sure you do that. But, yeah, if you have any questions or if you have anything that you want to ask me or say to me, then feel free to type them out in the comments. So, yeah, hopefully with this playthrough session today, or this play session today, we'll get to the end of Chapter 5, but we'll just have to see about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and resume where we left off, and if you remember, the last time where we left off, which was yesterday night, we actually ended up near, we ended up on this pier of this island where Lohengrin Castle is located. So it's time for us to go find those children who have not left the place and get them back over to Legram. Interesting, so none of those obstacles can actually be deactivated.
Sandlot's old stronghold, Lohengrin Castle.
This is the first time I've come here at night. Be careful of your footing.
Oh yeah, since we're climbing up these steep slopes, yeah. Careful of our footing indeed. Thanks for the advice.
Something strange about the castle.
Is that glow just the moonlight?
Is it Castlevania? Could be. You never know, guys. And notice how I got my weapon brought out because, like, we're gonna fight something during the nighttime. But yeah, something tells me there's gonna be more than just actually looking for kids inside of Lohengrin Castle. And yeah, I'm glad to see that you're in the chat there, Whitetail Geek. Just from looking at this old castle with this strange glow, definitely does give you that Castlevania vibe, doesn't it? Or Dracula's castle. Too bad it doesn't have the stairway to Dracula's throne, or else it would have been truly like Castlevania. Ugh.
So this is Lohengrin Castle.
The ancient stronghold of Saint Sandlot, gathering place of the warriors of old. Looks even more beautiful up close.
Yeah, but what's up with that weird glow?
I've been here several times before, but I've never seen it like this.
I can sense a very strange wind blowing from within. It doesn't feel like monsters, though.
I can feel it too. Like something is writhing around inside.
Wait, what kind of something?
And Whitetail Geek, for your question, you're asking me, am I excited for Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh, hell yeah. Definitely, dude. Hell yeah.
I feared as much. I can definitely sense the presence of the dead.
Are we going to be fighting some undead monsters?
I'm alright, but we're going to need to tread carefully.
Right. There's no telling what may happen when we venture inside. We should make certain we're ready before entering.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're ready. I mean, we really don't even have a choice here in the matter, so let's go ahead and venture inside. Such an ominous glow, too. There's something very strange happening here. Let's make sure we're ready for whatever we may find inside. Should we go in right away? Yes, go ahead and enter. There's really not much else we can do from this point, and we're already prepared. Yep, looks like we're going to be doing some battling inside this place.
It won't budge.
Did the door just seal itself shut on its own?
You stupid door! Lammy! Bust it open!
Milliam, very enraged about a door. What system am I playing this game on? It's on PC, but you can also get it on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita, as they are available in the Western market, or the North American market, as well as I think Europe is in that regard too. But there is a PlayStation 4 version of this game, but it's only available in Japan. But I'm not sure whether or not if it'll come out in the West. But if it does, then Xseed is pretty much just spending a lot of time with just porting out those games and not getting on with Trails of Cold Steel 3, which is what we definitely need if we want us who really enjoy the games to continue playing them. See if Eric Getlum can break down the door, but chances are it probably can't. Nope. It's protected by a barrier.
Well, that was unexpected.
So not even Eric Getlum can break us out of here?
It appears that there's a barrier in place.
What kind of barrier? Are you talking about that strange symbol that appeared on the door for a moment?
How would you know something like that, Emma?
Well, I've always had a pretty strong sixth sense about these kinds of things.
Liar! Where is Apollo's bracelet when you need it? I could definitely tell that you're hiding something, Emma. You get tense up when you lie. Everybody gets tense when they lie, and Apollo's bracelet can perceive when you're lying, so that way he can notice where the truth is hiding inside of you.
So sometimes I can sense things that aren't visible to the naked eye. Sixth sense?
Fascinating.
Come to think of it, this isn't the first time you've reacted strangely to unusual phenomena.
Eustace has a point.
I've heard that people from the church can make use of some strange powers. So are you a sister of the church or something?
Kind of the opposite. Oh, you got me. I've always been a big supporter of the church.
The complete opposite. You're in support of the church, but if you're the opposite, I'd say you have more to do with witchcraft than being supporter of the church.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
And I do apologize if you hear the dog barking.
Emma, just who are you?
What's that sound?
It's the bell we heard earlier.
Something's approaching to the left and the right.
Yes.
Monsters, is it?
No. These are no ordinary beasts.
Undead spirits from the netherworld.
But we're going to have to fight them all the same.
Okie doke, let's get started.
Oh, and do have the stronger forms of attacks. So, if we can attack one, then it will actually vanish. Damn it, I missed! I knew that was gonna happen! Damn it! I knew it was too easy. But
We're unbeatable.
it was definitely easy for us right there. But the experience points are not all that fascinating. Boo!
Looks like we beat them.
Are you alright, Milliam? What were those things?
Mysterious spirits. Though perhaps it would be more appropriate to call them fiends. Either way, they were no ordinary opponents.
The higher elements seem to be present here as well, and I suspect that's true of the whole castle.
Yeah, it did feel that way. Though I'm still not sure what the ringing bell from earlier has to do with anything.
This place seems to be even more dangerous than we could have anticipated. And as long as that barrier remains in place, so will we. We're going to need to search for a way out.
Okay, Emma. Looks like we're going to need to rely on this sixth sense of yours in order to navigate this castle safely. You don't have to tell us anything if you're not comfortable. Right now, our safety is in your hands. Can we count on you?
Yes, of course.
Alright, then time is of the essence. With fiends like those roaming the castle, I'm even more worried about the children.
True. We should start looking right away.
We're going already! Can't we rest here a little longer?
Come on, Milia. Have a little backbone. We're gonna go ghost busting.
Those fiends scare the strength right out of your legs?
No! That's totally not it!
You're more than welcome to stay here and wait.
Whoa, waiting by myself would be even worse!
Knows how she wasn't even talking with her lips.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Right.
But yeah, Emma can now use the S-Craft, Lord Albarian. Or Albarian. So now all of our characters have their own S-Crafts or their S-Breaks, so she was the final one to get hers. Did learn a little bit more about her character, but still, we don't know the full truth about her. Okay. Paralyzed. Well, let's Radiant Waltz all these guys into next week, and she can do a death blow. This is probably going to help us out quite a lot to actually defeat them in one fell swoop. Yeah, look at that.
Still have a lot of training to do.
Oh boy, look at the experience racking in. Looks like we're going to be having a good time with trying to grind a little bit here while we're inside this place.
Nice.
Good job, Gaius. And now Savage Fang can be used. It's a set attack with a medium area type of attack. Movement can be slowed down by 50%, as well as cause a delay for 35 points of speed for, you know, those who... anyway, you know. It is a S+ class type of attack, and skewers foes with great force and cause unbalance at 20%.
Making progress.
And Aster Flare can now be used. It's a magic attack with a large area, that's a large area type of attack, can burn enemies at 30%, cause confusion to them at 30%. It's a Class A ability. It meddles on enemies' cognitive abilities with flame. Okay. Interesting. I like all the new crafts that we can get in our possession. So it's always good to have more attacks in our arsenal than anything.
Let's go.
My turn.
Huh. We took care of that in one fell swoop.
Leave it to me.
Thank you, Reen. That's what you should... Oh. That's what you should have done when you fought that enemy when we first came here. Oh well. Nobody's perfect, I suppose. Okay. We're done with the enemies down here, but what about right here? Oh, we can rest if we wanted to. Okay, cool. So say if we grind, if we need to come back here, then we can actually use this place as a resting ground to restore our hit points. Notice none of them are actually getting unconscious.
My turn.
Let's get Geigen Breaker in. Yeah, none of the enemies are getting unconscious. I guess this is because they are inorganic enemies with no souls, so getting them unconscious or getting them to faint wouldn't be in their best course, but getting them to be paralyzed would be the better course of action. And actually makes more sense from that technological standpoint. And looks like Eustace got a level up out of that, so... but Laura's still just a little shy away from reaching level 48. I noticed Reen's about to get to level 49 pretty shortly. A matter of course. And there's a barrier right over here. And there are some pots over there, but I don't think that's the way we are allowed to go at this point, because I'm pretty sure that barrier is going to block us off for the time being. I assume we are going to have to come back to the foyer at some point. AP charge at 2. So let's go inside the left wing of Lohengrin Castle. God, with this sort of vibe, you definitely think that you're playing a Castlevania game instead. Oh! Vanish! Vanish that Bang into another dimension. Ouch!
Leave it to me.
You guys attack hard.
Time is precious. We should hurry.
Time is precious, and, yeah. Those enemies mean business, for sure. But yeah, as I was saying, it's just when looking at this,
The
it's...
castle has no shortage of strong foes. Perhaps they really are
Well, you can't deny the possibility. There, Milliam. But anyway, as I was saying, this game, I mean, just looking at this one part of the game, it definitely makes you seem like, or feel like you're actually playing a Castlevania game. And if that's the case, I would say this actually seems like the better Castlevania game to play, because there's actually some personality with the castle design for once. It doesn't even look that bland if, you know, if Koji Igarashi were to actually make this. Let's get this armor down for the count.
It's my turn.
If we can. May have to have Laura actually put the coup de grace on that Wandering Sword. And of course she will. Very good.
Evil will fall before my blade.
And now she gets to level 48. Very good.
Not bad.
Looks like there is something down this way we actually want to discover. Look, there's something over there. Seems to be some kind of pedestal. What is within this pedestal? And there's some sort of orb sitting on it. I suspect this orb has the power to disable a barrier. So we can use it to leave the castle? I don't think so. Orbs like this function a bit like keys. Each only has the power to dispel its corresponding barrier. And I don't think this is the one that goes with the barrier on the front door of the castle. Regardless, it seems we'll need to take it with us if we want to advance. A yellow orb. Now we should be able to access another area of the castle. But you know, there's something else I'm curious about. Oh, another one of these doors, just like inside the old schoolhouse. Wow, that's a huge door. I had my eye on it ever since we entered this room. Doesn't it look more than a little similar to the door on the 4th floor of the old schoolhouse? You're right. It looks a lot like the red door that giant armor was hidden behind. I seldom visit the castle, so I'm afraid there's not much I can tell you. There's always the possibility that the children might have gone inside. We should check it, just to be sure. It does seem like it wants to open. It seems as steadfast as the wall around it, if not more so. That's true. I can't see any signs that the children might have gone inside either. We should probably move on and check somewhere else then. Makes you wonder though, how did a door like this come to be in Lohengrin Castle to begin with? Even the patterns on it are like the ones on the door in the old schoolhouse. Odd as it might seem, maybe they are connected somehow. We did theorize that the old schoolhouse may be connected to Emperor Dreikel's in some way. Saint Sandlot and Dreikel's foremost ally, and on close terms with him even before he became the Emperor. It's not implausible that there may be a connection there. Well, whatever secrets this door may hold, it's a dead end right now. We should turn around and look elsewhere. Let's retrace our steps to the entrance hall of the castle. There should be a barrier somewhere that we can use this orb to disable. Let's be on our way then. Okay, so nothing we can do around with this door, and there's a treasure chest over here.
Yay, treasure!
And it's a lunar robe. Although I'm pretty sure we could actually get those lunar robes inside of the town that we were just in. Anyway, let's see if we can equip that on one of the females. Oh! No, it is definitely a lot stronger. And you know what? I think I may give this to Reen. You know, it's to increase his defenses. But yeah, last night's stream was alright, but not the best stream I had. If anything, I think a lot of people were interested in watching Avengers Infinity War, which I think they're also doing again tonight. But at the same time, I think a lot of people got tired out. For those who are WWE fans, they got really tired out of watching the WWE Greatest Royal Rumble. That was in Saudi Arabia. And if you remember, that was the event where what's-his-name actually tripped and fell down. That would be Titus O'Neil. When he was in that 50-man Royal Rumble match and running to the ring, he actually tripped and fell down and went through the apron underneath the ring and was like underneath the ring except for his feet. And a lot of people were just cracking up laughing when that happened. It's like one of the greatest botches in the history of the WWE. Even everybody in the crowd was yelling out, "You effed up! You effed up! You effed up! You effed up!" You know, just like that. But yeah, as I said, it was really funny. And they even have that clip online, so if you could manage to actually get your eyes on that clip, then I would say give it a watch, because you will definitely, you know, just crack up if you have not even seen it yet.
You still have a lot of training to do.
You know, a lot of people would probably ask me, what do I think of WWE nowadays? Well, I could say, you know, I could definitely tell you that, but truth be told, I'm really not that big into WWF or WWE anymore, because I really enjoyed the WWE back then when it was, or the WWF back then when it was the Attitude Era. It was like one of the best eras in wrestling that you could ever imagine. Especially when they had people like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, who were at the front and center of the whole Attitude Era, aside from Goldust. But it's just nowadays, WWE is just playing things too safe, and they're just being more kid-friendly more kid-friendly and more, you know, safe with the with what they do, instead of, you know, taking risks and allowing the wrestlers to be themselves. Because that's basically what made the Attitude Era so special, was that every wrestler spoke for themselves. But now it's just, that's the complete opposite when it comes to WWE nowadays. Kind of just grew past me to not even watching anymore. It just doesn't have that same magic. You know what I mean? And if you guys are new to the stream, be sure to hit that follow button right above the video player, so that way you're following me, and that means that more support from you will mean that more streams will come from me in the future. Anyway, yep, the right wing. This has to be the barrier where we can actually get access to the right wing with that yellow orb that we have in our possession. Yep, it goes away. I imagine they're going to be coming in quite handy. Well, that should have disabled the barrier here. What an unusual mechanism. This castle seems to have an abundant supply of unusual things, to say nothing of those ghostly fiends prowling around. Eustace, don't say the G word! Well, at least we should be able to push farther into the castle now. There may be similar mechanisms elsewhere in the castle, so keep an eye out, everyone. Oh yeah, you definitely will believe that we'll be keeping an eye out for sure. Since we were going downstairs last time, we're actually going to be going upward, it seems. And there's no treasure chest or any of that matter. Alright. Now, let's see if Reen can actually get in and attack for... Actually, you know what? We'll just save that for the next battle. You know, honestly, I probably should be... I imagine if we were to go through this castle, that I assume that there's going to be a boss at the end that we need to save our CP on. But usually the bosses come at the end of the chapter, but I wonder if we're going to fight the chapter's boss so early head-on, but I'm not even entirely certain. Alright, Reen got to level 49, and now he has over 7,000 hit points. But no new abilities. And I just got a comment from my good friend Fighter Chaos, and he is showing the stats of the stream that we did today on Thousand Arms, but unfortunately, since I'm playing a game like this, then I can't get access to our Facebook chat because, well, when I'm playing a game, an XSEED game, for instance, I can't even get access to anything else because my mouse cursor won't even get off of the screen for this game. Dark Canine. Well, it certainly is dark for a canine.
It's my turn.
Oh, cool. We can actually take it down. And everybody got through that unscathed. Very good.
You and Lenny were super cool.
I'm just glad we won.
And we did get a lot of experience out of that, too. So maybe we will get Reen to level 50 while we're here. Honestly, everybody should be at level 50 at this point. Because if we're going to be going to Garrelia Fortress right after this is done, then I'm pretty sure they're going to want to be at that level right away. But not everybody's going to make it to that level at this point. And there's a door right here. And there are multiple walkways in this vicinity. But we will be discovering all those on our own, so that ought to be very interesting to see. Alright, cool. That went down. And let's use Geigenbreaker on the rest. And if you guys have any questions or comments you want to leave for me in the Twitch chat, feel free. I'll definitely try my best to answer your questions.
Yeah, you didn't stand a chance.
Oh man, they are getting so close to level 49 too. Well, except for Gaia says he still needs to go to level 48. Okay. Is there something bound that way too? I think there is, but...
Yay, treasure!
Yeah, there is treasure, Millium. We want to check both doors because they will lead us to where we need to go. Famous last words. But something tells me we will want to check this out first. This direction. The external corridor 1.
An external corridor. We must be on the north side of the castle.
We've gone pretty far inside now. I hope the children are safe.
Hey, don't worry about that, Laura. This is just a little Castlevania action. We're just bound to get lost somewhere. Oh god, what the hell is that thing? Looks like a demon on wheels. It is on wheels!
My turn.
God, they look like a bunch of xenomorphs riding on, like, two-wheeled tricycles. God, dang. Looks kind of scary when you think about it. Seriously, I'm not making this up. They definitely look like freaking xenomorphs. But they're called death sluggers.
Yes, sir.
And their movement went down by 4 points for 4 turns, that is.
Here we go.
My turn.
1 down. 2 down.
All right.
1 more to go. Cool.
Here I go.
My turn.
Ah, that wasn't enough to take it down. Chariot charge. Oh, hey! Nobody got hurt by that. Now that's cool.
Keep going.
And we got through that unscathed, but it wasn't enough to take it down fast, or take it down fast enough. And we got a U material out of that.
Just getting started.
And Gaius got to level 48, now he's over 8,000 hit points. Cool. Cool, cool.
Yay, treasure!
More treasure. Got Judgment Bolt out of that. And looks like this is the next way to go. But I think that will lead us to the other side, the left wing. Because I remember when we were upwards, there was a part of the left wing that we could actually get access to. But it's like right at the top. Yeah, here we are at the left wing. And there's a barrier right there. But we don't have the necessary item we need. So let's just go down this way. I assume this will actually give us this will give us access to the entrance hall. And there is a ladder right here. And no, it's not a step ladder. It's just a ladder.
Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand.
Nothing but trouble.
Yep, that's just the story of their life. I mean, that's just the story of your life there, Eustace. Left hand, right hand, but, that's Millium. Okay, good.
Let's go.
Of course.
Let's have you do Radiant Waltz. You should be able to do a good number on them at full power.
Radiant breakdown.
Yeah, you did a really good number on them. Oh, we got 2.3 times experience points, and yeah, that should give us a lot for our characters. And we got 2 of them at level 41, one at 49 and the other at 48, and that would be Milliam at 49 and Eustace at 48. Okay.
A matter of course.
A matter of course. Okay. Keep going with those strength attacks, because that's going to be our saving grace, for certain. Okay, so we got the red orb, and I believe that will actually go to that door that we just saw right above us. So let's go ahead and climb upward. But before we go back up there, let's go ahead and check out the entrance hall from this side. And there's a treasure chest right there, and there. Oh, you know what? I may want to make my way back and actually grab that, because I believe it's going to be super important. So I'm going to sprint over there, go through the external corridor, and pass by the xenomorph. Yeah, you can't even catch me. I'm sprinting. Ha 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 ha. You couldn't even catch me. It probably is not the best idea to do that, because I actually want to do my best to fight some more enemies. That way I can actually get more experience points.
That's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
Beautiful looking treasure chest, Emma. That's a monstrous treasure chest. Oh, great. More xenomorphs in our vicinity. Like we even need any more of those. You know what? Let's use Grand Press on a good lot of them. See if we can actually get some pretty good damage onto them. Probably won't be able to defeat all of them on the spot. Well, we did get one. Let's go ahead and get you. Hellish Cannon. And you missed. Chariot Charge. Ooh, oh! I was not expecting that to happen. Give that to Reen, please. Oh. Damn.
Leave it to me.
Hellish Cannon. That certainly was hellish, if you ask me. Get the link back online for both of us. Dude! Stop that! Jerk! My gosh. You're making it hard for Reen to actually, you know, try to attack you. Man.
It's my turn.
Get you out of here and good riddance. Give you a good Tira while you're at it. And heal you back up. May not heal you all the way, but still. Oh! This is bullcrap. I'm gonna rush you really badly. Huh, that wasn't enough to actually fortify a final strike on it. Ouch. Still. Piece of crap. Oh well, we almost got you. But still! That was bullcrap.
I go where the wind takes me.
We should have got more experience for that, but who am I kidding? Anyway, Emma got the level up to 49 that time.
I feel like I'm going stronger.
What do we get for our troubles? A Katse, and I think that's going to be for Emma. Because she is the one that... No, it's not. And... And then I assume that's going to be for Crow. If you had to ask me. Alright, since we got that, now let's go ahead and make our way back to where we were. Anyway, wait for this guy to turn around so we can actually fight it. You know what? We don't even have to. We could just do that. There. Let's smash! Let's strike you in the name of justice. We did get it. We'll go ahead and take care of the armor here. Will we be able to defeat it before? Oh yeah, we will. Most certainly. Cool. Delivered the coup de grace on that enemy. Alright, and Laura got to level 49 too. Great.
Not bad.
But still not another new craft ability. You know, and that's another thing I really haven't shown much either, is the new crafts that our characters have. Because I've mostly been saving them for the S crafts.
The advantage is ours. Of course.
You know, it really couldn't hurt to do... You know what? Let's go ahead and give a death blow to Death Slugger. Oh, man! That didn't work! And, we still have Gale. So, can't really do anything about that. Oh! Dude!
Leave it to me.
Fine. That's how you want to play? Well, eat spear! From a man of the Highwind lineage. No, not really. wrong game series. No, we became the Vanquisher, for sure. No, man, we could have done a lot more experience after that battle, but... Oh, well, my loss. But, anyways. Wonder if there's anything inside here now. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. It kind of reminds me I'm watching Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego back on PBS when I was growing up. It was like happening like right after I got home from school. If memory serves me correctly. Let's go ahead and use arts. Oh, you can use Tira too. Okay. So go ahead and use this, and this will lead us into our next area. Okay, so that will lead us to the staircase. Hey, those are... This isn't good. Oh boy, yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. Specters are surrounding them. Julian! Go away, you monsters! Oh, is it Jules and Vern from Back to the Future 3? At the end of that movie, when Doc Brown made a time machine out of a train, and it managed to fly? Definitely one of the craziest and most awkward WTF moments in that film franchise. And then all of a sudden, when the credits roll, you hear ZZ Top playing. Goddess, please help us. Stand back! Laura? Thank goodness you're both safe. We're okay. More fiends, and they don't seem pleased that we robbed them of their quarry. We can do this. Just don't let them near the children. Blow them away, Lammy. Yep. Another fight. Ha, you missed. You know what? Let's give a good Radiant Waltz to the lot of them. Yes, we do have good range to actually attack them.
lot of training to do.
Yeah, you do. Your attacks and all that, they were not really par for the course, or your experience of battle was not really par for the course, if I do say so myself. But we did get him. Alright. Looks like we took care of them. You're not hurt, are you? No, we're okay. That was so cool! You guys are all so strong! Just like the Eisenritter from the old stories. Considering their predicament, they don't seem to be any worse for wear. Well, as long as they're both unharmed, rather, they don't even have any weapons on them. Actually, I think both of you have something to say. Huh? Oh, right. Thanks for saving us. That's not what I meant. You stole a boat and entered property that is off limits to you without telling anyone where you were going. What do you think would have happened if we hadn't come looking for you? Who would have saved you? Do you have any idea how worried your parents and everyone else in town are about you? Laura. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you realize what you did wrong, I have nothing further to say on the matter. Oh? I admire your bravery, stepping forward to defend Carno like you did. But you're still young and inexperienced, like I am. It's one thing to aspire to the qualities of a knight, but no good will come of rushing to that goal. Right. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming for us, everyone. Don't worry about it. Try to be a little less reckless in the future, would you? Eustace, are you actually embarrassed you got thanked by a kid? Hush, you impudent brat. Oh, the relationship between the two. They're just... Oh, so great. They're going to be BFFs by the time when, the Trails of Cold Steel tetralogy is completely finished. Well, we found them and they're safe. That's a huge relief. Now all that's left is finding a way out of this castle. Come to think of it, we couldn't even enter this room until we disabled the barrier. So how did the two of you get inside? When we first came in here, everything was normal. We were on our way to the top floor. But as soon as we came here, suddenly there was this pale haze everywhere. Then these strange circles appeared on the door, and we couldn't open it anymore. We didn't know what to do. So you ended up locked in. There doesn't seem to be any other access to this room either. It seems as though if we want to leave, we'll have to deal with whatever's causing all of this. Surely there must be some way to disable the barrier on the front door. Hold on a moment. Emma? I can sense something coming from the top floor of the castle. Is it Dracula? Oh god, tell us it's Dracula. A mysterious energy flowing out of there like a wellspring. What? You can sense something like that? Well, more or less, yes. That's about the only clue we have to go on right now, so we might as well go up and take a look around. Maybe it's me, but it almost feels like she's starting to be more forthcoming with her insights. But what about the children? We can't just leave them here. Better just take them with us, then. They're enough for us that we'll be able to keep them safe. No telling what kind of danger we'll run into, but it makes sense to bring them along so we can keep an eye on them. What do you two think? Would you prefer to stay with us? Of course! I feel safer with you guys. Very well, then. Fine, fine. I suppose we'll take responsibility for your safety, then. Alright, let's head for the top floor, then. Let's have ourselves a look at the source of the mysterious energy Emma was talking about. Let's be on our way, then. Then let's go, then! Notice how they're using the words then at the end.
There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Raksasha in the chest. I had my eyes on that treasure chest ever since we got in here. Because it was for, you know, very important treasure. Alright, we're in the external corridor number 2. Oh god, another one of these things.
This looks like...
We've reached the uppermost floor. The bell tower is ahead.
The energy source is nearby. Almost there. Now's our chance! Let's smash him!
Of course.
Here we go!
Let's give a good Hulk smash to these guys.
An opening.
A powerful strike, and we actually got the coup de grace on that one. Now let's get the coup de grace on this one, too. If we can. I know we can. Because we just need to do this. Nice.
Let's keep moving.
First strike, and we managed to defeat it without breaking a sweat. But boy, was I scared that he was going to do another chariot charge, because that actually killed Reen than asking for seconds. Cool, more U material. And looking up, yeah, it definitely looks like we're at the uppermost part of this place. And there is something that's right over there, within our sight, that's glowing. But hey, we got ourselves this. We can modify and exchange and actually customize our weapon. So that's really good. Alright, we already got... Oh, we already got that, but we do need to get... Oh, wait a minute, we already have Titania, because we already got that for you. Okay, let's go ahead and use Corseska. Very good. And we got that equipped for Gaius, so that way he has a very strong weapon on him. Yeah, the slots are already there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh, wow. Defense 3. Tyrol. And I think we have someone already using that. If I were to guess, I would say that's Emma at this point. HP 2, shield 3 to increase our defenses a little bit. Attack 3. That'd be good for Laura, but notice how a lot of these have a lot of Sepith that we need to actually use in order to create these things. Yeah, what the hell. I think we're fine, but let's go ahead and get a rest here before we approach whatever is within our field of vision. Sorry, that was my dog. And we're at the keep of the castle. And yes, I think that's the final piece of the puzzle that we need to get our hands on in order to escape. But there are stairs! Also, I'm pretty sure we're going to want to explore more instead of just getting this.
What is that?
It looks like the orbs we've come across before, but it's far larger. I have an uneasy feeling about it.
There's a cold, pale light flickering inside of it.
Man, it's huge. It's kind of pretty.
I definitely sense some kind of power coming from it. Is this the source of the energy you were sensing earlier, Emma?
There's no doubt about it. I suspect this orb is the cause of all the strange things going on in this castle. If we can destroy it, I'm betting everything will return to normal. All right, just leave it to me. What?
I don't think brute force is gonna defeat it.
Hold on, Milliam. Don't sweat it. Lemmy's busted up tougher looking stuff than this. Let's smash this orb and get out of this creepy castle already.
You idiot, we have no idea what it might do.
Go, go, Lemmy!
Yep, it looked like that was too easy. But it wouldn't be easy at all.
Milliam!
What did I just say?
Are you alright?
Forgot about those stupid barriers.
I guess it makes sense that it would be protected by one of those barriers.
Wait, something's wrong.
What's happening to it? I feel an incredible torrent of energy pouring out of it. Everyone get back!
Oh, so we are actually fighting off against this chapter's main boss. Oh man. We're fighting death itself. The immortal King Nosferatu. Yep, this is Castlevania.
A bone-faced fiend? A Nosferatu? How could it manifest something like that in the real world?
It's on a completely different level than the foes we've encountered so far. Julian, Carno, get behind us.
There's no way we can afford to lose. Not here. Let's give it everything we've got.
Right.
Alright, so we're going up against Nosferatu. Now, I assume if we did try to defeat those specters, that they will actually be summoned more by the Nosferatu.
Here we go.
Let's go ahead and use Flame Slash on it. I think we might get this in the bag, alright. Did I ever say how much I really like this song that's playing right now? It's called Eliminate Crisis, by the way. Go ahead and rush it. Deadly Cry. But you missed. Go ahead and use Brilliant Spin on a good lot of you. Oh, wow. Go ahead and take care of the lot of you from this backside.
Yes, sir.
It's my turn.
Is it gonna summon more Soul Pinion? It actually guarded, so made some good defense against that thing. Oh man!
Of course. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Huh, you missed. Ah, you know what? I figured that you were gonna try to do what you were gonna do best and summon some more of your devilish fiends to come after us, but unfortunately it doesn't, or fortunately for us, that doesn't seem to be the case. Did do a good number of damage onto you.
My turn.
Of course. Huh?
Call allies. Yep, I knew it was gonna do that. Could feel it in me bones.
Oh no, you don't.
Garden of Nightmares. Oh! Got him to be asleep.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and see if we can actually... Cures sleep. Okay, Vent Drop. Go ahead and give it to Rain here. Wake you up.
Thanks.
Oh, man! I didn't even know Milliam was asleep. That blows. Reen, do us a good favor, buddy. Put that thing out of its misery if you can. Probably won't be able to, but at least we can hope for the best, right? Yep. I didn't think it would be enough to actually take care of it in one setting. Oh, no, you did not. Bad, 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 bad. Oh, come on! Alrine's burning in flames. Ouch. Alright, it's up to you now, Laura. Defeat this thing for good, and we won't get any more people dying on our watch. Yes! Got it. And we got the others, too. So, that's good. But yes, we finally defeated the boss.
You still have a lot of training to do.
But man, that was tough. For sure. Alright, we got Reen to 50, and we got Milliam to 50. Can we get Laura to 50? Yes, we can. The only ones that are not at 50 are Gaius and Eustace. But yeah, that was pretty tough. Alright, very good there. Reen, good job, Milliam. Good job, Laura.
Just getting started.
And good job, Gaius, on 49, as well as you, Eustace, at 49, and Emma at 50. Alright. At least the chapter's boss has now been fully defeated. Funny how we're fighting the chapter's boss at the end right there. Before we go into the third day of our field study. The 5th field study.
Did we win?
What a terrifying opponent.
So that was...
Careful. Something still feels wrong.
Oh, don't tell me we're gonna fight another one.
What?
Watch out.
Oh, crap.
Damn it!
How could I have been so careless? I had no idea it had this much power left. Laura! Are you okay? This is bad! Even Lammy can't move!
Looks like I've got no choice.
Reen, no! If you're not careful, you'll be drawn into it.
What are you?
Interesting, Reen. Or interesting, Emma. Oh! Who did that?
Huh?
What was that?
It's now been fully purified and shattered to bits. But somebody helped us. Who the... No way, is that one of the Eisenritter who saved us?
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. That was really bright.
What just happened?
I have no idea. It all happened so quickly.
I heard the sound of something piercing through the air.
Yeah, right through that orb too. It looked like a lance. But how could someone hurl something that large with that much force?
A lance?
Yeah. Whoever threw it was standing right up there until just a moment ago. It was a golden-haired woman, shrouded by a strange light.
Golden hair, you say?
But that sounds just like...
Laura!
That's impossible.
No way she...
What's everyone all excited about? Hey, wait for me!
Is Saint Sandlot Oh, still alive? Wow.
There's no one here.
Not that I honestly expected there would be.
That pale glow surrounding the castle seems to have disappeared too. Is that because the orb was destroyed?
That would mean the lance that destroyed it.
The Lance Maiden.
Yep, the Lance Maiden.
I thought it might have been her, but it seems like it was the Steel Maiden. Still, we really are out of time.
That cat. Celine, what are you doing? Still not enough to go up to rank A4.
Keep up the good work.
But that will lead us to Field Day Study number 3, or the Field Study Day 3 of our 5th Field Study. But we are going to have to make our way back to Garrelia Fortress now. Thank you for all you've done for us during our stay, Klaus. Please have a safe journey, everyone. I apologize for not being more of service to you during your long-awaited return home, my lady. With all that happened yesterday, you hardly had any time to relax and enjoy your visit. On the contrary, I had ample time to enjoy soaking in the atmosphere of home. And thanks to that wonderful, nutritious dinner after we returned from the castle, so tired, I was able to sleep well, too. Indeed, for all that happened, I feel surprisingly well rested today. I'm just glad that the children were all right. Ha 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 ha! Sounds like they got a real earful from their families, though. They deserved every minute. So, what was it we witnessed yesterday? Ah. Yeah, I'm still mulling over where that lance that saved our skins last night could have come from. I only know what you've told me, I'm afraid. There's no doubt about it in my mind that it was Saint Sandlot. She must have sensed our peril confronting that strange specter and chose to lend us a helping hand. Well, honestly, I can't think of an explanation that sounds any more plausible than that. Considering the situation, it's almost hard to believe it could have been anything else. Well, that's certainly true. It feels like everything that happened last night was some grand dream. I think that of all of us, you have perhaps the least right to say that. Oh, actually, one of the accounts of Saint Sandlot's death places it right around this time of year. So it's almost the anniversary, and last night was a full moon. So it doesn't seem all that implausible that her spirit might manifest itself somewhere like the castle. I've heard that account of Saint Sandlot's death before. Hold on a minute. Even if all that stuff about Saint Sandlot is true, that doesn't explain all the weird things you did yesterday. Well, I learned a lot about curses from my grandmother growing up, and working with barriers isn't all that difficult if you put your mind to it. Really? Well, I suppose I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure I can say the same. I'll be sure to inform the Viscount of all that transpired here. In the meantime, you should be heading off to the next location you're to visit for your field study. I hope your journey is a safe and pleasant one. Thank you. Take care of Klaus, and give my regards to Father. The same to you, my lady. I hope we shall all have the opportunity to meet again. As do I. I'd enjoy the opportunity to test my own swordsmanship against you in the future. I wish you all the best. We still have some time left before the train comes, so we can tell everyone goodbye as we make our way to the station. That sounds good. Let's be off then. Alright, so our time here in Legram has come to a close. But Let's go ahead and say goodbye to the people within the training hall, if we can. Well, no, they're just going to be studying and practicing. So I think coming here was just a waste of time, so let's go ahead and head down to the town. Yep, looks like everybody has possibly come by to say goodbye to us. And we're going back to Watao's store. And there's the Arms and Orbital Factory. Do we have any more that we can customize? No, we do not have any more U material. So everybody, I mean, half our class is going to get the other weapons to arm themselves with. But for now, it's not really going to help out much in their favor. But let's go ahead and exchange some of our, all of our Sepith back. Since we're done here. And we got plenty that we just got, and that will be sure to give us a good chunk of Sepith mass in our possession. Or give us a good chunk of Mira in our possession, so we'll go ahead and go over here to the item shop and buy what we need before we take off. If we can. Oh, yeah. Based on where we're at right now, I'd say we're okay. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get on out of here. Just one of the houses, and there's one of the kids. Carno. She's been like this ever since we got back. I'm really sorry for making everyone worry last night. I don't deserve to call myself a man after making my mom cry. Maybe I should just put my junior Eisenritter dreams on hold until I'm a more dependable man. I'm really in your debt for saving Carno last night. I told him it was dangerous, but he just wouldn't listen. Come on, Mom. I'm fine now. Don't you realize how much I worried about you? I know. So just stop crying, okay? Catch you later, doggy. Woof, woof. If we had any barking owls, I'm pretty sure we would try to make it bark and cause a loud ruckus. Lady Laura, the three of us made lunch for you, so please take it. And we got celestial pasta soup. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be delicious. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, and we packed enough for your lady friends too. Wait, what about us? You did muster up an admirable performance yesterday, I suppose. But don't forget, we won't forgive you if you get too close to Lady Laura. Unless you blithely forget, take these as a helpful reminder. Roasted fry-ups. I don't think I need to I don't need the wind to clue me in on what they're implying. Must this petulant gaggle and annoy right to the very end? Jeez. Yeah. Talk about... Ouch. I really can't thank you enough for last night. I've given this fool the scolding of a lifetime too, so don't you worry about that. Take care of your journey back and good luck with your studies. Be careful on your way back, everyone. I'm still not really sure what happened back at the castle, but maybe it was Adios telling us not to misbehave anymore. Dad really let me have it when I got home too, so I'll be careful from now on. Well, your father was awfully worried sick about you, kid, so just, yeah, think of it long and hard about what you did. Anyway, it's time for us to go. It's time for us to depart. We still have a little time before the next train leaves. What should we do? It might be best just to wait till in the station until the train arrives. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, let's go wait inside. We need to buy our tickets for the trip to Garrelia Fortress too. Yay! Hey, Eustace, wanna buy me some snacks? Buy your own food. Lively as ever, I see. Let's head in then. There's Celine again. Now we're leaving the forest of Legram, or outside of Legram, and Ebel Lake. And we're making our way to Garrelia. I'm pretty sure we're going to meet everybody within Celtic, if I were to surmise a guess. Oh, I could see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. Ha ha ha. Well, the forest is quite dense around here. Still, we saw a lot of weird things in that castle. It was one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door. What are you looking at me for? Never mind. That was pretty great. Do you have this much fun on all of your field studies? I just wish it was a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly. Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to our next location, so don't relax just yet. It looks like I must say farewell to Legram once again for the time being. I wasn't expecting to, but I can't help but feel a little homesick already. I can understand why. It was a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense that social classes were keeping people apart. True. It seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future. It would be great to bring Fee and the others next time too. You're all more than welcome in Legram anytime. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I next return. We can only hope. After leaving Legram, we changed trains in Bereahard Station, and rode the Kreutzen main line north, heading towards Celtic. Is everybody in the same ride? Yep, there's the Abel branch line, and then we'll be taking the freight line. Or are we still going north? Nope, we're still going north. Oh yeah, we do need to go through that passageway, the Kreutzen line. And we still don't even have our sleeves on. Very weird. Because I would surmise that when we were at the Garrelia Fortress, they would be wearing their jackets again. Since that's what happened at the beginning when we when we started playing this game. Alright, let's go over our schedule again. We're currently en route to Celtic, where we'll rendezvous with Group B. From there, we'll take the Transcontinental Railroad to Garrelia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Garrelia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds. It's sometimes referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of the Calvard Republic. I've heard it's ludicrously gigantic, almost an icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has a military exercise ground on the premises. Weren't those the weapons that Gwyn said he regretted constructing? Yeah, they're these 2 massive orbital cannons pointed toward the east at Calvard. Or more specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell State. They are pretty crazy, yeah. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them. Wait, you've actually seen the railway guns in person? Yeah, Gramps took Clara, Lecter, and me to see them this one time. These are the mightiest weapons wrought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, something like that anyway. To consider what it means? He has a flair for the dramatic, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day that the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbell with Prince Olivert. Guess the trade conference kinda snuck up on us, huh? I think that's where Lecter's going too. I want to go to Crossbell. There's supposed to be this really famous theater group there, and they have a huge theme park, right? That's what I heard. though you probably know more about it than I do. Apparently, President Toa is going as part of the entourage to further her studies. Really? She never fails to impress. I hear she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation. Well, she does merit the high esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the academy. You got that right. "9:30. Is that when we rendezvous? Yes, it is. Now we're in Celtic. I suppose they're waiting for us already? All passengers disembarking here in Celtic, please exit the platform via the bridge. I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Passengers wishing to travel to the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2. Is that... Nope, that's not our Arcus units. Thought it was. But nope, they're just taking the train. What's going on here? All the security feels kind of ominous. It seems the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform. Yeah, I wonder if...
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Is it Claire? Yes, it is.
Captain Claire!
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been, what, 2 months since I last saw you?
She really is attached to Captain Claire. Yeah, almost like sisters. Hard to believe both of them are Ironbloods. At any rate, good day, everyone. Let me thank you again for all your help during the recent crisis in Heimdall. Don't worry about it. We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire. More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? And what is this Eisengraf you mentioned? As an Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough. A special express train will momentarily be passing by Platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed, so travelers on the platform are advised to exercise caution. Is it going fast? A special express train? It couldn't be. Right on time. Oh, it's rumbling. It's gonna be going fast. Oh man, that is quick. Toa. There's Toa. Yep, Toa's right there. There's Toa. And there's Prince Olivert. And there's Gileath Osborne. Right there. There goes that heart-pounding reaction when he saw that man. So that was the Eisengraf. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors of a special Crimson train. It's supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government. I've been on it before. It's really fast. It's pretty fancy inside, too. The Eisengraf, or the Iron Count in the common parlance, was so titled in honor of Chancellor Osborne himself. Well, I do hear him called the Blood and Iron Chancellor all the time, so I can understand the Iron part. But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? He is, indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he was made Chancellor 11 years ago. 11 years ago. Supposedly, that was led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see. I doubt he, of all people, sees any worth in titles or peerage. Reen? Yeah? Is something bothering you? Your attention seems elsewhere. Still feeling tired after yesterday? No, not really. It just happened to catch a glance at Toa and Prince Oliver on the train as it passed by. Wow, I'm surprised you could even make them out. You must have a hawk's eye to be able to see them when the Isenglass whooshed by so quickly. Nah, it was probably just a coincidence. It was more than just a glance, though. I could see them clearly in detail. What was that just now? Well, as long as you're not feeling unwell. We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway service bound for Crossbell State now arriving on Platform 2. Here it comes. Yeah, looks like we didn't have to wait long after all. Is this the others? I would assume so. Yep. Looks like it is. Yep, there they are. Hey, there they are. Reen, over here. Come on, we haven't got all day. We've saved you some seats. Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain. See you later, Claire. Of course, have a safe trip, everyone. And there's Crow. And the instructor, too. Whoa! Who's that classy-looking babe? Gah, I should have stayed on the train. We received word from Squad 08. No unusual movements have been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We've also received word from Squad 21. They report all high-speed armor cars are in position. Understood. Remain vigilant until the Isenglass has finished passing through. Once it reaches Crossbell City, have all squads switch to Phase D. Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves? They will. I'm certain of it. That they will. For sure. Everyone will be closer together. Yeah. Look at everyone. I see. It sounds like Group A had quite an eventful couple of days, too. Yeah, though I kind of find it hard to believe you could have seen the ghost of Leanne Sandlot. That's ridiculous. Are you sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? You can think whatever you like. We totally saw her, I swear! Well, ghost or not, there was definitely someone there besides us. Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living, like where Toval and the Radiant Blade Master went. It sounds like Duke Cayenne is up to something too, and he's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in the Jirai Special Economic Zone. Though I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago, is that right? Yeah, the Empire stitched it. The Empire stitched it on nice and neat, without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seemed like a pretty lively place. And the revenue generated from taxes there goes directly to the Imperial government's coffers, or coffers, instead of the pockets of the nobility. It's hardly a mystery why the reformists think so highly of it. Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference in Crossbell. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since that show they put on last month. Now that you mention it, that does seem rather suspicious. Is that related somehow to why we're going to Garrelia Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look forward to finding out all about it when we're at the fortress itself. Anyway, how many of you have passed through Garrelia Fortress by train before? I see. Just us, huh? I can't wait to see everyone's first reactions. True. Why's that? Well, I've seen it in photographs at least. A camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep. It's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems like it's trying way too hard. What's that supposed to mean? The gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country. I look forward to the chance to seeing it in person then. And we're making our way. We're just passing the Twin Dragons Bridge. And we're still on the Transcontinental Railway, on our way to Garrelia. Yep, there it is. Right before Crossbell Estate. The train carrying Class VII continued its ride on the Transcontinental line, heading toward the east. They passed through the Twin Dragons Bridge, a Kreutzen provincial army base, and several stations later. It was finally time to pass through Garrelia Fortress, which loomed large on the border with Crossbell State. 11:20. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all the passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Garrelia Fortress. Garrelia Fortress. The train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at the station. Be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by Imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in the confiscation of your equipment or detention by the authorities. Wow, that was kind of... It sounded pretty severe for a train announcement. Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Do you really think that's the issue here? I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors here gives a very good impression of the country. Oh, we're finally here. What in Idios' name is that? Wow. Very grand. Eastern border, Garrelia Fortress. So it looks like we finally made it to our destination, for sure. The scale is just... This is Garrelia Fortress? This entire place is built from iron and concrete? Just how much money has the army dumped into building all of this? Haha, yep, that was about as entertaining as I'd hoped for. Now, not that I'm surprised. I thought the same thing when I first saw it. On the Crossbell side, all you can see is a cliff, though. Yeah, but those two railway guns still poke out through it. Hey, instructor. What did you bring us out here to show? What did you bring us out here to show us? What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army. What comprises the military strength and forms its foundation. And what other place in the Empire has that on display as clearly as here? Mm-hmm. Quite the military facility that we're actually getting a glimpse of. And our stop is right here. This stop, not of the live stream, folks, so don't get the impression that I think I'm going to stop right away, but no. I'll probably have about another hour, little under an hour half to go. Who are they? Engineers and tradesmen mostly. You'll see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running is a full-time job for more than just the military's people. So it seems. It's almost like its own town here. On the other side of this fortress is more or less a straight shot to Crossbell City, right? To think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossbell City is only about 30 minutes away by train. From the top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place.
I see you've arrived.
Ah, here you are.
Oh, Instructor Neidhart.
Yes, Mr. Neidhart has finally made his appearance. Again.
Good morning, Major Neidhart. Instructor Valestein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class VII. Reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Garrelia Fortress. In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress.
Yeah, that is Cam Clark voicing him, by the way, guys.
Now, if you'll follow me.
The guy who voiced Leonardo in 1987 Ninja Turtles, as well as Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid. Oh, wow. We get our own resting quarters for both male and female. Cool. Including today, you have 2 days remaining in this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. A field trip? Here? So what exactly does that entail, instructor? At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Garrelia's Proving Ground. And the 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. We're going to watch a military exercise? The 4th Armored Division, huh? The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend, the Major here, is their most promising young member? It's true. Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? It does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. But we'll see how many of you feel the same after experiencing it for yourselves. That's all from me. It's currently 1150 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you in the mess hall. I'd advise you all to eat. Your field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. I believe it. Oh, wow. It's like traditional military rations. So, this food. We have salty corned beef, and I think I'm getting a hint of peas from this soup. You could use this bread as a lethal projectile. I do think it wouldn't have hurt to use a few more herbs, or flavors in general. Calling this edible would be generous. I've heard plenty of rumors about the food they serve in the Imperial Army, but I wouldn't have guessed they'd all be true. Huh. I don't think the food they served in the mess hall at Cinder Gate was all that bad, though. I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing. This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Probably from the same batch, too, by the look of it. Ah, it really brings back memories. I was pretty surprised the first time my dad brought me to eat here, too. Huh. You guys really think it's that bad? It really brings back memories for me, too. At least there's some cheese and an apple. The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easy to preserve and store. The ingredients used to make all the food on your trays can be easily stockpiled in large quantities. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could still be served without any trouble. Ah, so that explains it. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid the decrease in morale from wartime rationing? Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical treatment from the continent's strongest army, in the sense that it suggests that soldiers should live and work each day as though a war effort depends on them. Every day? So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war. Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter idealism for my tastes, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective in the mix here, the food the provincial armies serve is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how'd they'd cope if an actual war were to ever break out. Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army. I hear our neighbor Liberal serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Liberal's army is fairly elite, probably because the threat of being neighbors to the Empire keeps them tense. I feel a little conflicted hearing you say that. Well, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety is the spice of life, you know. If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say, you are what you eat. I could do with fewer of your pithy remarks in my diet, Instructor Valstein. Or Valestine. Anyway, as you heard, there's going to be a military exercise at the Proving Ground at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do what you like. Or do whatever you like. They'll make an announcement half an hour before, so be sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you. Understood. So when you say whatever we like, does that mean we can tour the fortress? Of course. You're welcome to roam around, as long as you don't poke your nose into any restricted areas. So go ahead and explore. There's plenty worth seeing here, like the command center. Though if you're feeling a little tired from your field study so far, you're welcome to rest in your rooms. It would be a shame to waste such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. Definitely. And I assume, nope, Reen's by himself now. I guess we can talk to the people. Oh, cool. We can actually buy some stuff, and we can actually rest and recover if we wanted to spend the night, but we really don't even need to do that since I'm sure everybody is at full health. Anyway, I guess we can go ahead and take a look at the guest rooms. Will this tell us to, oh, there's Emma right here. Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. It made me feel a little faint. I feel you there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Reen? Nah, never mind. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately, ever since we arrived in Legram. I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of the small black shadow following us. But ever since we got to the fortress, I haven't seen it. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something. Possessed? Yikes, that's kind of an unsettling thought. It is, isn't it? Phew. I'm glad I told her to go back when we reached Keldic. Yeah. So, yes, that was who we thought it was when we were in Legram. Talked to the instructor. Oh yeah, Toval gave me a call about what happened in Legram. So, you had a mechanical monster show up outside the city limits? Yeah, Toval looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him too. Do you know anything about them? Well, I'm no stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name Ouroboros. They're a secret society of sorts that acts in the shadows all across the continent. A secret society? We don't know how many members there are, what they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than the most cutting-edge research institutes. And that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundations of entire nation states. And these are the people who made those monsters? If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there. Well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call the mechanical monsters like the one you guys fought, archaisms. And lately, it seems like an awful lot of them have made their way back onto the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days, all over the Empire and beyond. Wow, that's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be plotting something here in Erebonia? Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it's something to keep in the back of your mind, at least. Right. I'll be sure to let the others know, too. Alright. So we're done talking to the instructor, so let's go ahead and talk to our other classmates, if we can find them. Oh, Laura and Fee are over here, being buddy-to-buddy as usual. I heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives me home its incredible scale. Oh yeah, your father helps train the Imperial Army in swordsmanship, doesn't he? I could see why he's so busy, if he's going around training all the soldiers in places this massive. Indeed, I feel like the reality of that is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea how his teachings are actually being applied, though. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military training exercise. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go ahead and talk to Fee. The soldiers here seem pretty well trained. Pretty well equipped, too. Like you'd expect from the Empire's biggest fortress. You need to put in some serious prep time if you wanted to topple it. Fee, I'm not sure that's something you should say within earshot of the soldiers. Old habits die hard. Well, she was in the Jaeger Corps, so something that gotta be careful with, Reen. Just saying. Oh, Instructor Neidhart. So you're the students who have come to tour the fortress. Lieutenant General Walter. Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's... This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Garrelia Fortress. He also serves as the division commander of the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here. Ah, I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubts that you'd be able to endure the military's training regimen with a physique like that. You sure you're training them properly, Major? My apologies, sir. Though I hear the Academy has a former bracer as their combat instructor, That must really be scraping bottom. I've heard of the Purple Lightning before, of course, but a bracer is still a bracer. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous Thors isn't what it used to be. Well, no surprises here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for a stereotypical Imperial Army soldier. Anyway, as Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Garrelia. Keep in mind, though, that we're constantly on alert for potential threats from the east. I have no problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well. I'll take my leave here, as I have business to attend to. Whew, he's certainly strict. Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defensive fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tensions between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. Of course, good luck with your work, Instructor. I'll see you later, then. Yep, so Reen got greeted by a hard-ass within this fortress, so... Then again, anybody's gonna meet people like that of all shapes and sizes. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually catch up to some of our other classmates within this place. Ah, one of the Empire ships, or one of their... Yeah, it's one of their ships, alright. Looks like this is one of the fortresses... Looks like this is the fortress's airport. There might come a day when I find myself in a military airship. Yeah, probably. And hey, there's Machias and good old Crow. Crazy. It really is night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine two places more diametrically opposed. What's wrong with you two? Oh, we're just talking about how different this place is to Jirai. Jirai was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to a casino at all times. I can imagine. It seems like everyone's talking about Jirai these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. It has offices, an entertainment district, and all of the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go as far to say that they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. I don't know if I'd go that far. Oh? A little bird told me Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. It also told me he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural that they do so now that they're under Erebonia's protection, right? Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Yeah, I'd say so. Complicated or not, it does leave a cause for concern. If any of you are still watching, and if you haven't even hit that follow button as of yet, then definitely do that, so that way you will know when to be notified of when I will go live for doing another live stream, which I will be going live at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, which will be 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, tomorrow on Twitch to play some more Trails of Cold Steel. Just thought I'd let you all know that. Seemed like this is the hangar for tanks and armored cars. It's kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up in one place. Oh, it's both Elisa as well as Elliot. I'm not entirely sure how to feel seeing so many Oxens just lined up like this. The Rhineford Company makes these, don't they? Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise, too. As far as I can tell, they'll be pitted against the older automated models. That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance. Well, that's kind of the point. They want to show off just how easily the Oxens can dominate them. Well, you don't get the chance to go eyes-on with this stuff every day. I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are. That's just like her. And see what Elia has to say. I'm not looking forward to this. You never seen any military exercises before, right, Reen? Yeah, this'll be my first time. I take it you have, then? Yeah, my dad showed me one the last time he brought me out here. He really does want me to join the military, but I really don't think I'll ever be suited for it the way he is. I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I get. No doubt, you're making me want to know more based on that prospect alone, but I'm pretty sure that they would fortify more development when it comes to Trails of Cold Steel 4, the end of Saga, but we'll have to see. Anyway, let's go in this door. Is there anybody within this section of the facility? And I believe that will lead us back upstairs where Laura and Fee are standing. Now we go to the central freight platform. Oh yeah, this leads us out back to the train. And there's nobody there. And nobody in this direction either. Just more of the people working around the railway. Would this lead us back outside? Wow. Definitely does seem like it's that type of steampunk vibe that they're going for with this whole thing. I can't believe the size of this place. Oh, given the uniform, you must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but try to stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there, instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much. Might as well head over there. Yep, this corridor, so you can actually watch. Is there anybody over there? Yes, there are. It's both, Eustace and Gaius. Gaius, are you okay? I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Zender Gate. Well, it is a major military base right on the border of Crossbell. I never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Zender Gate that I can hardly believe that this is the same military. Although, perhaps this is the true face of the Imperial Army. This fortress is the very definition of oversized, and that's ignoring the excessive display of military power. I imagine that the posturing is meant to show the Kreutzen Provincial Army that they could crush them on a whim. I forgot what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose. While I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress's presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone could sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Yeah, you're telling me. Ah, guess you can't see it from here after all. We'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but they'll get mad if I get too close to them. What are you up to now, Milliam? You know the huge Orchis Tower there? Where they're holding the trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view of that. Oh yeah. They mentioned it on the Imperial Chronicle and on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over there? That'd be incredible. Would I ever lie to you? I wish I could have gone with Gramps instead of being stuck on some stupid field study. Why'd you jump to Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding a keynote session there tomorrow. I wonder what they'll be talking about during it. Most people people are thinking it's just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Zemuria. But I think it's really going to end up being about who Crossbell belongs to. Knowing Gramps, he might even try to get Crossbell to become a part of Erebonia. Seriously? The prince is going to be there too, so he'll probably just try to shake everybody up a bit. Unbelievable. Toa's there too, though, so here's hoping things go well. Definitely. Looks like we're missing one person to talk to, if I had to guess. We talked to all the women. And we talked to Instructor Neidhart. And we did talk to all the men, too. Well, everybody is accounted for. So I assume we're going to head back into our facility for now, until they make the announcement. If I had to guess, that's what we'll do. Return to the fortress. There really isn't that much to see here either. Or much else. Well, they're making the announcement now. This bulletin is to inform all Thor's students that preparations for today's military exercise are now complete. Please assemble in the hangar immediately. Your transport is standing by. I repeat. That's Instructor Neidhart. The time must have passed more quickly than I thought. I suppose I should start making my way toward the hangar. Maybe I'll run into the others on my way. We boarded the armored cars and set off toward the proving grounds. Oh, wow. Small cars, or small armored vehicles. Oh, gosh. I can't imagine what it looks like with it being crowded in there with all those people. The inside of the armored cars was narrowing and cramped, and the smell of machine oil hung in the musty air. The car shook and rattled over the uneven ground, tumbling us around like an iron coffin on wheels. Eventually, after enduring 10 minutes of jaw-rattling travel, unable to even peek outside at the scenery, we finally arrived at Garrelia Fortress's military proving grounds. And coming over here, I suppose this is where shit's gonna hit the fan. Pretty soon. Yeah, just based on this area, I would suppose that shit's gonna hit the fan pretty soon. Wow, Oxen main battle tanks. There are plenty of older model tanks out there too. It even looks like they have airships here. Oh yeah, like the ones we saw in Nord. Welcome. Oh! Is that his father? So that's Elliot's dad. I don't see the family resemblance. Looks like the hair made the jump from father to son, though. Reporting, Lieutenant General. Very good, Neidhart. And Instructor Valestein, I believe. Pleased to meet you. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lieutenant General Craig. Please allow me to extend my deepest thanks for agreeing to cooperate with us for the Academy's curriculum today. Think nothing of it. Many of these fine youngsters may one day hold positions in the Imperial Army, after all. Besides, I owe a lot to old General Van Dyke. These must be... What a piercing stare. So this is Craig the Red. Elliot, my boy. It's so good to see you again. Huh? It must be half a year now since I last saw you? How have you been? That's a sharp-looking uniform you got, too. I've seen the photos, but it looks even better on you in person. Dad, come on! You still got a long way to go if you want to put on some real muscle. There's a part of me that hopes you'll stay my little cherub forever. But you're a man of Erebonia, and the men of the Empire must be strong, stout, and ready for action. It was for your own good as a man that I held back my tears and enrolled you in the military academy. Dad, I can't breathe. I feel like everything I've been told about him was a lie. There do seem to be some differences from the stories. You kidding me? He seems like a cool guy. What a delightful commanding officer you have, Major. Words fail me. Dad, knock it off. I'll tell Fiona. Moving right along. Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. I'm Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, commander of the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I've been entrusted with the role of overseeing today's joint military exercise. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Well, likewise, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. You got one heck of a dad, Elliot. Believe me, I feel it in the bones. Now, let me give you a brief rundown on what will be happening. This exercise will consist of a stimulated battle conducted by 2 of our armored divisions. Armored regiments at the formation center, infantry, armored cars, and airships will work in tandem, using their maneuverability to the fullest to obliterate the targets. As the targets today, we'll be using previous model tanks that have been decommissioned from service. Autopilot functionality will allow them to evade and return fire, but they've only been armored with paint bullets. However, all other regiments taking part in today's exercise have been equipped with live ammunition. So you intend to actually destroy the other tanks? It would hardly be a live fire exercise if we didn't. The current time is 1400 hours, right on schedule. We'll now begin today's joint military exercise. Armored Divisions 4 and 5, commence combat operations. Glory to the Empire and the Imperial Army. Begin. Yes, sir! 5th Armored Division. Armored Regiment will advance first. Armored Car Regiment and Infantry Regiment follow their lead. 4th Armored Division. Armored Regiment and Infantry Regiment advance together. Armored Car Regiment, deploy to the left and right. Something tells me that shit's gonna hit the fan pretty badly during this joint exercise. Wow. It's certainly potent. So this is the kind of firepower it takes to fight a modern war. You said these tanks are called Oxens? Yeah, they're the type of main battle tank the Reinford Company developed 2 years ago. I've seen their spec sheets, but seeing their power firsthand tells you what numbers and decimal points don't. They might be the strongest heavy tanks on the continent. And the Imperial Army's got a couple hundred of those in the wings, huh? That's kind of crazy. You try fighting things like these head-on, you won't stand a chance. That's as true for our own nation as it is for others. I just can't get used to this. Just the sound of the artillery firing is enough to make me start shaking. I don't think that's something you should get used to. I mean, if the sound of guns and warfare ever stopped bothering you, I'd be worried. Reen. I guess this is another kind of strength. Thus, the military exercise came to an end. The 4th Armored Division, led by Lieutenant General Craig, withdrew to an encampment near the fortress. Meanwhile, we returned to the fortress where Major Neidhart outlined the results of the training exercise. After that... Oh. Sleep time in the fortress, eh? Huh, I really thought that shit was gonna hit the fan sooner than I expected. Oh, no dinner time for the students of Thor's? Lame. Oh, wait a minute, they're back. Sorry you had to wait for us to finish. Don't worry about it. We're the guests here, after all. Thanks for your consideration. At the very least, I'd say dinner's a million times better than lunch was. I mean, it's hashed beef day. That's an Imperial Army tradition, isn't it? Oh, just the smell's making me hungry. Oh yeah, where'd your instructor go? She's a real looker. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to her. She went to see the fortress commander with Instructor Neidhart. She did ask us to eat without her tonight. Ah, right. Well, if she's with Major Neidhart, it's hard to compete with those guys from the 4th Armored Division. It'd be enough if they just had Craig the Red, but they got the Major too, so he's kind of scary. Like a division of muscle men. Anyway, we shouldn't keep you tied up any longer. Your hashed beef's gonna go cold. See you tomorrow, guys. Looks like they'll be able to eat just fine and soundly. Wow, it's actually delicious. It's like night and day compared to what we had for lunch. You're telling me. Aw, come on, guys. What's with all the gloomy faces? You think you guys might have had a bit too rosy of an outlook? What were you expecting to see out there? I'm sure you can understand at least a little of how we feel. It's like, has everything we've learned in our time at the Academy been for nothing? Academics, the arts, individual skill in combat? None of those matter in the slightest in real warfare, do they? It's true. If all you're looking to do is fight a war, you don't need any of those. All you need is plenty of troops at your command, the latest weaponry, and overwhelming firepower. Assuming you know the tactics to use them well as a strategy that employs them effectively, I suppose. The Oxens are even more powerful than I was expecting them to be, too. I remember my mother boasting about their capabilities when she was trying to sell them to the army 2 years ago, but... to be honest, I'm feeling somewhat disheartened as well. I can't see there being a place for swords on the battlefield with weapons like those on the front lines. Well, I don't think that means individual combat skill doesn't matter at all. Still, I think maybe we've been misunderstanding something important all this time. What we saw in the military exercise today was power in its purest form. It has no morality of its own. It exists to bring about a result, regardless of the ideals or principles of those who wield it. That's true. In a sense, the same could be said of a sword or a gun. And all the way on up is something as huge as Garrelia's railway guns, too. I think I finally understand why they wanted us to watch that military exercise in the first place. They could have taught us in a less roundabout fashion. Well, looks like you didn't wait for me to start the party. Instructor Sarah? So you spoke with the commander? Sure did. I've got up-to-date info on the trade conference too. As well as all the latest on the terrorists. So there's new information about the Imperial Liberation Front? Anyway, before I get to that, let me explain what you'll be doing tomorrow. In the morning, you're scheduled to participate in the Imperial Army's physical fitness training. In the afternoon, you'll be attending a special lecture, where I'll bring you up to speed on that info I just mentioned. After that, you've been granted special permission to view the railway guns. I see. Looking forward to that. Sounds like we've got a pretty packed schedule. Well, we did bring you all the way out here, so we might as well make the most of it. Every nation possesses power in the form of a military, whether that military is large or small. Garrelia Fortress just happens to have that power in the very striking, easy-to-understand form. As students of a military academy, you have an obligation to know the scale of the power. The Empire of Erebonia wields, at present, a power you might one day be in charge of yourselves. What? Anyway, even a meeting that long couldn't keep me away from trying the famous hashed beef rice. I've heard it's the only decent food they have around here, so I've been looking forward to this all day. We should probably finish eating. Yeah, though it's gotten a bit cold now. Maybe I'll go and ask for seconds. Oh, Eustace, if you don't want the rest of yours, can I have it? I'd sooner throw it away than give it to you. She loves teasing him. Not the fullest, too. Click, click. Okay, this should do it. Alright, that covers today's quota. I'm looking forward to a nice long bath. Well, you know how every time there's a military exercise coming up, the workload gets pretty crazy like this. Still, at least managing inventory has gotten a lot easier thanks to the Orbital Net. They got everything hooked up on the network over in Crossbell, right? Wish the Empire would get on that a bit more. Think of the utility. Well, from the sound of it, you need special equipment to send signals through a wired connection to make use of it. And considering the size of the Empire, it's probably going to be quite a while before it's a widespread thing here. Huh? An orb mail? Looks like it's from HQ. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! This right here is the problem with the Orbital Net. There's no such thing as off hours, when they can just send you orders round the clock. Huh? What's going on? So get this, they're planning on doing some extra exercise tomorrow. That means we gotta outfit 20 Oxens with C units by tomorrow. 20! Seriously? Might as well start up another pot of coffee. We're in for an all-nighter for sure. Do we even have that many C units left? Actually, another lot came by freight just this evening. Exactly 20, if you can believe it. Guess we'll just have to get it done. Crap, at least let us take a shower. I'm gonna head down to the mess hall and grab some snacks. You want anything? Well, that'll lead us into the next day. Go ahead and hit the save data. That's not going to lead us into Chapter 2, is it? Or Chapter 6, is it? I don't think so. It looks like we did make it to the day when the shit's going to hit the fan for sure. Garrelia Fortress, Crossbell stateside. And that's where the railway guns are located, within that section. At last, after what seemed like enough adventure to fill a week, we reached the final day of our field study. Over in Crossbell State, they were busy preparing for today's keynote session at the trade conference. We spent the morning running through the Imperial Army's physical fitness program alongside some of the soldiers. And after completing it, no easy task, I might add, we sat down to a lukewarm redux of yesterday's lunch. That afternoon, during our special military science lecture, we were presented with the confidential report on the terrorists. The Imperial Liberation Front is in Crossbell? That's right, or at least that's what the Intelligence Division believes. It looks like a known terrorist organization from the Calvard Republic has turned up in Crossbell, too. The situation over there is pretty touch and go right now. Oh no. What are the authorities doing? Everything they can, naturally. However, operations are being handled solely by the Intelligence Division. They refuse to tell the Imperial Army anything, just that they have a trusted ally taking care of things. But who does the Intelligence Division trust? You gotta know something about this, right, Shortstack? Well, I do, but I can't really tell you anything. I guess it's not a breach of confidentiality to tell you that they're a really strong bunch, though. That's still pretty vague. I've got a few ideas. Anyway, there's not much point in us worrying about that right now. The bigger issue is that our terrorists of the hour, the Imperial Liberation Front, are a bigger crew than we thought. Big enough to be in possession of a state-of-the-art military airship, at least. Seriously? An airship? Can we assume Reinford's the manufacturer, then? Correct. Just how something that large found its way into the hands of insurgents is currently unknown. But it seems that a high-speed model, different from the heavily armored types favored by the Imperial Army. I'd bet it's from the RF-26 series. There are a number of different models within that series, though. But if they have an airship, that means they're going to be a whole lot more difficult to catch, doesn't it? That's exactly what it means. It's basically impossible to keep tabs on them as it is. With an airship in their possession, there's no telling when or where they'll pop up next. It's quite worrying, especially since Prince Oliver is attending the conference. And Toa's in Crossbow right now, too. Yeah. Damn, now you've got me worrying. Aw, take it easy. I don't think you have anything to worry about with Gramps and Lecter over there. Well, that aside, if the terrorists' attention is currently focused on Crossbell, does that mean the Empire is effectively safe right now? You raise a good point, Laura. They did target Princess Alphen during the summer festival last month. It's possible it's just a feint. Maybe they just want us to believe they're targeting the Chancellor. The Railway Military Police thought so too, which is why they've increased the security level here at home. The Emperor and everyone else connected to the Imperial family should be safe. They've also beefed up security anywhere they seemed short-handed. as well prepared as ever, I see. At any rate, you finally uncovered some information on the terrorist identities, correct? That's right, though once again, we have the Intelligence Division to thank for that. If you turn your attention to the screen, please. I know that face. Gee! That's the man who kidnapped Princess Alphen and Elise in Heimdall. Not to mention, he tried to start a war with Calvard in the Nord Highlands. So, who is he? His full name is Michael Gideon. He used to be an assistant professor at the Imperial Academy in Heimdall. That man? A teacher? So, an academic. Right, his focus was political philosophy. 3 years ago, he was dismissed from his position due to his intense criticism of Chancellor Osborne's hardline policies. Oh. So getting laid off set him on the road to terrorism? Well, it sounds like the actual reason he was let go was because he was handing out tracts and flyers in public. You'll find these kinds of idealists at the heart of most terrorist groups, though. In seeding a group with their core ideology, they twist it to be even more militant and radical. You can't even reason with them either. Yeah, they just don't know when to give up. Sounds like some other groups I know. So, do we know anything about the others? We crossed paths with what I can only assume were 3 other key members last month in Heimdall. Yes, S, V, and C. It seems like they haven't been able to dig up much on those 3 yet. Their strongest lead right now is that V may have belonged to a Jaeger Corps. Interesting. He was toting around this machine gun that looked like it should have been mounted on a vehicle. Did he seem all that familiar to you, Fee? Not really. They're working on narrowing down the identity of S, too, but it seems too early to make any informed statements. The real unknown is their leader, C. Ah, the one with the visored helmet. I heard he was able to go toe-to-toe with Reen, Lore, and Fee simultaneously. I almost find that hard to believe. I don't. I imagine there are plenty of people in the Empire who could do so. It goes without saying that the Radiant Blade Master could fend 3 of us off without much of a problem. But I bet good Mirror Instructor Sarah and Major Neidhart could do it too. I can't say for certain. Ha! Look at Mr. Modesty over here. The Major here is widely held to be one of the strongest up-and-coming officers in the entire army. I've heard people mention him right alongside Major Vander. Laying on it a little thick today, aren't we? Going by the family name, it seems safe to assume he's a practitioner of the Vander style of swordsmanship. No doubt a relative of Lieutenant General Vander from Zender Gate. While I would question whether I can stand on equal footing with him, Major Vander is unquestionably strong. He was my classmate during my military academy years, and quite close to Prince Olivert as well. In fact, he's in Crossbow right now serving as the prince's bodyguard. Whoa. Well, that's reassuring to know. But getting back to the point, it's not just C. We still know very little about their group as a whole. Even their source of funding is a mystery, so even if they're a no-show in Crossbow, I doubt we've heard the last of them. And call it coincidence or fate, but you've put the kibosh on their schemes twice now. It's entirely possible they've come to hold a personal grudge against you, so be careful. Right. Yeah, we'll be sure to keep that in mind. Eventually, the afternoon series of special lectures came to an end, and it was finally time to get to the peak of the Garrelia Fortress's infamous railway guns. At 15:30 p.m. Or 3:30 p.m. You'll be shown to the area where the railway guns are housed. All of what you're about to see is highly classified. I presume you're aware of the protocol surrounding confidential intel. Yes, Instructor. I'm getting kind of nervous. Me too. Guys, it's just the railway guns. I've seen them before, nothing to get all excited over. Orion, this part of the field study isn't mandatory for you. If you'd like to stay here and wait for us, that'd be more than okay. Geez, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be the only one left behind. Honestly. Excuse me a moment. This is Neidhart speaking. Yes, hello, Commander Walter. Wait, Mueller wants to speak with me? Of course, put him through. What could you possibly be calling about at a time like this? What? What's happening? Huh. Is he taking a call from someone outside the fortress on his Arcus? Sure looks that way. Understood. We'll be on alert here as well. Right. Yes, right. Take care out there. Did something happen in Crossbell? I'm afraid so. A short while ago, the skyscraper where the conference is taking place came under attack by the Imperial Liberation Front. The attack was carried out via airship. Fortunately, they were able to repel the terrorists, and Prince Oliver, Chancellor Osborne, and the others are unharmed. However, it's too early to tell if the danger has truly passed. They really did attack the conference. How foolish. But that's not all, is it? Something else strange happened. What was it? The terrorists were somehow able to gain access to the orbital net and manipulate the shutters that partitioned the building. Furthermore, they had with them a force of mechanical monsters. I don't like the sound of that. You found something like that in Legram, right? Yeah, we ran into one on the highway there. And they broke into the orbital net. Major, how much of Garrelia Fortress is connected to the network? At present, it's only used for inventory and equipment management by the maintenance staff. What was that? A tremor? It came from right below us. Below? The hangar! Oh boy, yep. Who knew that shit was gonna hit the fan sooner than we thought? What the hell? The Oxens! Ugh. What happened here? They just started moving. No one's inside. They just started moving on their own. Did the C unit start malfunctioning? No, they couldn't have. What's a C unit? It's an automatic control unit we put on vehicles that are going to serve as targets in military exercises. How did C units end up attached to our most advanced tanks? This is really bad. I'm going to assess the situation. I need you here to help fight the fires and assist the injured maintenance staff. Yes, sir. Please be careful out there. Looks like everything is coming in full circle. This is crazy. Hold on a minute. Are automatic control systems really capable of that level of advanced maneuvering? No, they're definitely not. Our current technology isn't capable of anything nearly this advanced. But that they were able to apply the tech used in the archaisms, it suddenly becomes a whole lot more possible. Instructor, are you saying that society might be involved in this? I say it's looking more likely by the minute. What are they? Isn't the proving ground we visited yesterday out that way? What are they planning? Oh yeah, everything's coming in full circle. What in Adios' name is going on out here? Why are unmanned tanks roving around blasting the hell out of this base on their own? Well, it seems that last night headquarters sent an order to the engineers to fit those tanks with C units. Preposterous! I gave no such order! But never mind that. Right now, we need to focus on extinguishing the fires and quelling the confusion. And send a request for assistance to the 4th Armored Division. What should we do? I can't see us being able to catch up with them without a horse, at the very least. But what's their goal? What are they trying to accomplish here? Whatever it is, they definitely have some kind of game plan. We can't just stand aside and do nothing. Leave this to us. Isn't that the dad? Imperial Army 4th Armored Division. General! HQ's apprised me of the situation. Leave these rogue tanks to us. We can't rule out the possibility that they're a diversion. I want you all to stay here. Understood, sir. Thank you, General. Be careful, Dad. You too, Elliot. 4th Armored Division, advance! Take out those out-of-control tanks by any means necessary. Our opponents are unmanned. There's no need to hold back. Yes, General. Wow, your dad's really something else, Elliot. I admit, he is pretty cool when he takes charge like that. Well, it seems we no longer need to worry about those tanks, at least. But what are they after? That's the question of the hour, isn't it? We can't let our guard down just yet. Might I suggest we fall back to the fortress, Major? A prudent move, after we assess the level of damage inside. Hey, aren't those... What in the... Oh yeah, there they are. The Imperial Liberation Front? Whoa, there's two of them! There's no way we could have known they had another force lying in wait. Oh boy. Ah! The hangar! Oh boy. Yep. Looks like the main forces are at work here.
Do they seriously think they could reach an impregnable fortress?
They're just terrorists. Wipe them out. Right back at you.
Oh god. Yep, they got their own, archaisms on them.
Alright, let's get this party started then. We're headed straight for the left railway gun. If anyone gets in our way, fill them full of holes. Yeah!
What's the Imperial Liberation Front doing here?
I thought they were in Crossbow.
Well, that is the main attraction. They sure didn't put up much of a fight, did they? Our mission is to support Comrade G over in Crossbow. Our target is the right railway gun. Let's show him some beautiful fireworks, shall we?
Yes, ma'am!
They're going for both the left and right wings. Shit! It's the railway guns they're after. It's the railway guns they're after? No! Are they going to fire them at the trade conference where the Chancellor is? If a shot from one of those railway guns hit the building, it'd blow the place to smithereens. So that's what they're after. The situation has escalated far beyond the scope of our field study. I want you all to stand by here. No way. We can't just stand idle while these insurgents run amok. If you won't take us with you, then we'll take action ourselves. Look, time's one luxury we don't have. I think it's best to have them help us. Listen up, we're going back into the fortress. Groups A and B, you're with me. Let's do this. Yep. Now it's in full circle, guys. Eastern edge of the Erebonian Empire. Garrelia Fortress, military training ground. Yeah, major inconsistency with their costumes and all. And the number of people who are there altogether.
This is awful. What happened here?
Oh, terrible.
I can smell smoke. Are they using gunpowder?
They've completely blindsided us. It appears that everything else they've done today was to serve as a decoy, even making the tanks go haywire.
Right. It looks like their real target was the railway guns all along. Which means they must be serious about targeting that trade conference in Crossbell City.
They wouldn't. How low can they possibly sink?
So, they're intent on taking the Chancellor's head after all.
Resorting to such wanton violence? This is absolutely outrageous.
Huh, this does look kind of bad.
Understatement of the year.
Please, let us help. We don't know if reinforcements are on the way, and it doesn't look like we have much time left. We have to stop them before they can activate the railway guns.
Reen's right.
I don't know how much we can really do, but considering the alternative, we have to try. I'm not about to let those terrorists have their way.
Looks like any attempt to convince you otherwise would fall on deaf ears. All right. Reen, you and the rest of Group A are with me. Group B, you'll be under the command of Major Neidhart.
One group will secure the gun in the right wing. The other group will secure the left. This is an actual combat situation, with real lives at stake. I expect the best from each of you.
Yes, sir! All right, Class 7. Our objective is to stop the activation of the railway guns. We've learned a lot at the Academy. It's time to put that knowledge to the test. Understood!
Instructor Sarah joined the party. While she is assigned to the active battle party, the number of support members is increased to 3. You can now use the Burst Link attack. An attack on all enemies performed by 2 linked pairs which consumes the bravery points you gain from repeating assist attacks. Press X when a link attack appears. Then we can perform an assist and then perform a burst when we're given the chance. Okay. So, yep, everything's now in full circle, guys. It was eventually going to come to this point, but we made it. I'm still marveled by the inconsistency, if you ask me.
Here they come.
They look just like that thing we fought during our field study.
Mechanical monstrosities.
Save the talking for later. We need to take these things out.
Got it!
Here they come.
Alright.
It's Class K.
Well, if we're going to link, then we're going to need to link with whoever we have.
Right.
And you're with me, Reen.
Hey.
Yeah. Amazed that we're all the way here now. Let's see our attack in action, shall we? Plasma Storm. Even though we saw it during the beginning.
Let's see who lives through this. Plasma Storm. Lights out for them. Good work.
Alright.
Those things were the same as the one we fought outside Legram.
It seems a large number of them are on the loose inside the fortress. I'm guessing that's what got the soldiers we just saw too.
Seems so. They definitely look more like orbally powered archaisms than monsters.
So these are archaisms.
Are you certain, Instructor?
Yeah, they're a kind of autonomous weapon made by a rather unsavory group. and a real pain to deal with, too. We need to hurry, but keep your wits about you.
Understood.
And we can't go that way. Or, no, we can't even go that way. We can go check, you know, other things too if we want to, but we're not really going to get that much, so we're going to need to take the stairs up here if we're going to move forward. Alright, quick as a flash. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Albarian. Oh, this again. I forgot about this.
Rest in peace. The battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
Okay, so that's that. And no, oh yeah, we do need to go down this way, don't we? Storage floor one. Take care of that one since it's close to us.
We have the advantage.
That we do.
Of course. Hey!
My turn.
Let's go ahead and use a flare bomb on it. Get some heavy damage. That we got it.
Okay.
See what... Oh, wow. You do have some strong ones of your own, instructor. That for certain.
Burning daylight.
And she's on level 55. You know, that would make sense why she would have a much bigger level than us. For sure. Got 30 water sepets. And notice how we have a lot more ground to cover.
It seems this is a storage area.
Plenty of archaisms walking around here, too.
Time sepets. And we got some boxes over here for us to put the smackdown on. Battle scopes. And there's a treasure chest. Zerum powder in the chest. See if we can try to, yeah, we got it unconscious. Who would have thought that we could actually get a machine unconscious like that? I guess her attack that she uses can actually do, can actually absorb an enemy's hit points into your, back into her, so that way she can heal herself.
The battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
I guess that's how it goes. Eustace and Gaius got to level up to 50 though.
A matter of course.
Nice.
It's about time we got them to that, so everybody will be at 50 by default. Oh yeah, there's a lot more ground to cover in this part of the field study. It seemed like it was just a walk in the park when we were actually, you know, just, when we were, you know, in that beginning portion.
Okay. Now, and one for me. Okay. My turn.
Got it.
Evil will fall before my blade.
And there's some boxes over here too. Yeah, I'm really not saying much because of what's going on during this part of the game. And it's really like there's not a whole lot else to talk about when we're doing this play session. Hopefully we can get through the end of this before midnight, because I really don't want to stay up much longer than I already have.
seems to be a treasure chest.
Action 3. Seems like we're getting a lot of great stuff inside of these places. But, I think we ran into a dead end. Yeah. Well, at least we have a couple of boxes here. With some more Sepith. And it's time for us to make our way back. And head in this general direction. And go up these stairs. Into the barracks. Oh, there's an enemy inside this room. You figure this would be something that should be taken care of, like it's a mini-boss or something, or like a secretive optional boss, but not necessarily. Boy, the purple lightning takes no for prisoners, or doesn't take any prisoners, that's for sure.
It's my turn. Here.
Oh, you missed.
Evil will fall before my blade.
So close to 51 for Reen.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Yeah, we got a flare bomb out of that. But Reen has the flare bomb, so he'll be okay.
We finally got around to the other side.
The path to the right leads deeper into the fort. Let's keep moving.
Well, what's with this book? I want to read it. A journal belonging to one of the Imperial Army soldiers. The recipe... Oh, wow. So we can actually learn hash beef rice. Oh, cool. I could see that where we're getting low on recipes. For us, you know, for us to try to come up with new ones. I can definitely see why they would want to say, I've come up with a new recipe. Is there anything in this? Oh, wait a minute. Is that... Yeah, that's where we got the book from. This is the relay area. We should be getting close. If this is any indication. Yeah, this is looking a bit familiar, too, from when we started playing this.
We have the advantage.
My turn.
Now. I'll help.
Right. Hey. Off guard.
Burst it. Everybody's together. Oh, wow.
Leave it to me.
Now that's awesome. Everybody works together to actually finish them off first and foremost.
They paid the price for underestimating us.
Wow. Now that's awesome. Them commencing attack like that. Glad we got to see that firsthand, guys. And we got Reen to level 51 now. Aw, it's right over there.
Is that a treasure chest?
Yes, it is, and we got it for ourselves. I wonder if we can actually go back to, you know, go in that way and head into the barracks. Let's head back in that direction. And check out that one pathway that we skipped out on. And I think it's, if we come up this way, yeah. Oh yeah, it's the ship. Huh. That's one of the terrorist airships. I don't see any of them around. But why would they leave it unattended? Get back! Lammy! Oh. Wow. An auto-sabotage to try to catch any intruders off guard. They blew up their own aircraft? That was too close. Looks like they must have rigged it to blow. Thank you, Milliam. Right, your quick thinking really saved our skins. You're welcome. Why set it here, though? It's not like this is the most effective place to put a trap. No idea, but I'm sure it all plays into their plan somehow. Anyway, let's save the big picture questions for later. We need to stop them from firing those railway guns. Right, let's move. I don't intend on letting those criminals have their way. Alright. So we saw that, so let's head back to where we were. Since we're getting close. Is that monster still gonna be inside this room? Yes. I guess we could fight it again, just for, you know, old time's sake. We got the triple advantage anyways. Arts, let's go ahead and heal you. Now everybody's at full health. Milliam's almost to level 51 as well. Just inching very close. But still, wasn't enough.
Like it leads outside.
Probably an external corridor. Everyone, follow me.
Yeah, I think that's where we need to be at. But I wonder if it's going to be enough for us to stop the railway cannons from, or the railway guns from going off. Probably not. I can say, I'm saying with confidence that this is pretty tense stuff, guys. It's amazing to see how everything has aligned up to this point, or to this moment.
Where are we?
This must be Garrelia Academy. You can see Crossbell State on the other side.
There!
The railway cannons.
Those are...
The railway guns.
Or the railway guns.
They're enormous.
They sure are.
Damn. How did they manage to get them prepped so fast? Don't tell me they're just gonna let them rip without even setting a target.
Instructor!
Are these control unit archaisms?
Oh, they're certainly not shy about bringing out the big guns.
Ugh, we don't have time for this. We need to take these things out fast.
Right there with you.
Let's send these cretins to the scrap heap.
You met the wrong teacher. My turn.
Well, it's time for us to send them to the scrap heap, alright.
My turn.
It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do them quite the justice we need. Without getting everybody at a good vantage point to actually lay the smackdown on them.
Let's see who lives through this. Plasma storm! Yeah.
Behold the might of the Arcade School! Radiant Blade Dance!
Wow. Almost got them all in one fell swoop. That's amazing.
Rest in peace.
We got one. Now it's time to take care of the other.
Gavel on my blade.
Wasn't enough to take that one out, too. But we did get it damaged pretty good.
Right.
See if we can take it out fast. Oh, wow. We took care of that unscathed. Still, that's amazing. Well, we did take care of it, that's for sure.
I feel like I'm growing stronger.
Not bad.
I'm awesome.
A self-destruct mechanism. Is their cowardice know no bounds?
We're running out of time. I'm gonna go on ahead. Follow me as soon as you're sure it's safe to...
No way.
Railway guns.
No, no, no!
Don't! What? They didn't launch anything.
Oh, maybe the first bullet in each of the railway guns is a blank to prevent firing accidents.
Oh, wow.
What?
They do that?
Sure seems that way. And now that they fired once, it's gonna take some time before they're ready to fire again.
Then if we can reach them before that...
Yeah. There's no way we're going to let them get off a second shot.
Alright, so we can continue to move forward, but man, oh boy, that was quite a scare. But it's a good thing to know that that was just a dud. But we need to move forward fast before they do anything more crazy than they already have.
Okay. Do it.
Of course. Hey. Go.
Okay. Here.
Very intense.
Leave it to me.
Of course. Huh. Off guard. Go. Go. We'll cut our own path.
Reen's getting close to mastering his own master course. Oh, wow. Treasure chest there, and there's boxes over here. But nothing in those boxes, though. Such a shame. Tyrol bomb in there. And then we got a bunch of sepiths in here. Nice. Why did I do that?
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
You messed with the wrong teacher! Right.
You messed with the best, now get squashed like a pest.
Flames, gather on my blade.
Oh, wasn't enough to take that one down. Lame.
My turn. Right.
Off guard.
Go.
Fall. Okay. Here. This is it.
And one for me.
Leave it to me.
Okay, let's go ahead and use Judgment Bolt on both of them and see if we can actually take them down quickly. Probably won't be enough to defeat both. Nope, it was not.
My turn. Huh?
But we did manage to stop them in their tracks, that's for sure. So we did make it in time to stop him. We got ourselves a deep Ocher. But what does it do? I'm gonna go ahead and see if what that does. Deep Ocher. Well, it does increase defense a little bit. Let's go ahead and do it. Do we have anything that's stronger? Oh, Metal of Vigor. Let's give you the Metal of Fortitude, or probably the Gladiator Belt. Okay. Alright, we're done here, so let's go ahead and head in this direction.
Leave it to me. Okay, burning daylight.
But Reen did make it to level 5 with this Master Quartz, that's for sure. Criminal has reached level 5. And we achieved a new... obtained a new achievement, Flawless Jewel. We learned the Purgatorial Flame. And offensive arts deal 90% critical damage, and done at a 90% chance. Yeah, looks like we did pretty good timing with that.
That should suffice.
Nice.
Is that? Yes, it is.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
An orange cape inside there. And some boxes. Nothing. So, let's go downstairs to storage floor 2. Is there something back here? No. But there are boxes over here. Nothing in them.
Another storage area.
How many of them are there? I wonder.
My turn. My turn. Huh? It's my turn. Leave it to me. Lights out for them. Good work.
Getting a lot of U materials while we're here, too. So, it's really not too shabby to farm some. Water Sepith times 30. A couple of items that we can pick up. A Reviving Balm, as well as a Smoke Grenade. Not sure if we're going to ever need the Smoke Grenade for anything. Okay, nothing over here. Let's go in this direction.
Leave it to me. Of course. Hey. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now.
Here we go. Now's our chance.
Burst.
You got it.
This is our real power.
Nice. Good attack. Mirage Sepith times 30. There's a monster over here. Is that what we saw? No, it's not. It's completely different. But I may want to head back there and take a look at what's beyond that, beyond that way. Anyway, Purgatorial Flame. See how strong its power is. Oh, wow.
Leave it to me.
Now that was devastating.
My turn. Huh? Evil will fall before my blade.
Another U material. Game's so generous all of a sudden with the U materials. Oh, good thing we came this way. First.
The advantage is ours.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
My turn. Huh?
It's my turn. Yes. Okay. Do it. I'll help. You're done.
My turn.
Right. Huh? Evil will fall before my blade.
Notice how they're pretty serious now because of all the crap that's going down.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Yes, it is. But a dangerous one.
My turn.
Very, very dangerous one. But it does give us a good chance to actually wipe the floor with most of them. Indubitably so.
Here we go.
That's the only one? Probably better not waste any more.
An opening. My turn.
Got it. Unscathed, swift, and sure.
That seems to be the last of them.
Now that's why you're class president.
Funny. And looks like Ring got to 52. Level 52.
I did it.
Yes. Very good. What do we get? Domination. Kind of curious as to what it does. Fire Sepeth. And a Water Sepeth. Let's go back there and see what that path was about. But hey, we actually got some enemies we can... Or an enemy that we can fight in one of these rooms that we passed by. AP charge number 3.
We have nothing to fear.
Lord Albarian will take care of them.
Rest in peace. The battle's over, but stay alert, everyone.
Alright, Milliam's got to level 52 now.
I did it!
Wind Sepeth times 3. Smoke grenade. Oh, there was another room here, too. Oh, they were already in waiting. Ouch.
My turn.
Ouch.
Leave it to me.
My turn. Evil will fall before my blade.
Only 1 times experience, so that was pretty pitiful of a fight, if you ask me. Celestial Balm EX. And boxes over here. Just one with something unique, and it's a Tear Balm. Now, where was the, Oh, it's right over there. So we weren't too far. So heading over here and check and see what's beyond this, the storage floor one. Oh, okay, so this brings us back over here. I assume this leads us to a treasure chest up here? Yes, it does.
Is that a treasure chest?
Yes, it is. An evil one.
Enemy sighted. Take him out. Here we go.
Instructor, this is going to be up to you. Take them all out in one fell swoop. Oh, yeah. Eightfold obliteration. Got another achievement. Man, we're just piling up the achievements for this episode, aren't we, guys?
Making progress.
Not bad.
For certain. Hellfire. Okay, so we're done with that. Now it's time for us to make our way back to that one area. And it's right over here. Now, piss off. Now, the central freight platform. Are we getting closer to where we're...
This is the freight platform. We finally made it to the other side.
We've got to be close. Just need to head up that staircase over there.
Is that a treasure chest?
Yes, it is, and it gave us a shield 3 out of there. Reviving Bomb and an EP charge. It's time to show those terrorists who's boss. If they say we are getting very close. The relay area. Yeah, you know what? No. Or do we... Nah, we'll give him a Tira Bomb. Yeah, everybody in full capacity here when it comes to their hit points.
That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Uh-oh.
Sarah here. Yeah, we're almost to the railway gun. Yeah, may Adios be with us both.
Is Group B almost there?
This is it, so get ready!
Alright. We're getting close to fighting off these guys. And yep, there's a save spot right here. And hey, would you look at that? Now we can actually customize some of our other characters' weapons. And we should be enough, that should be enough to get 2 of them. Sorry there, Emma. You're just gonna have to do without your upgrade for the time being. And Sarah already has hers open too. Okay, let's go ahead and rest up, and then we will head in that way, and we will fight off the boss. And finally bring this chapter to a close. Nothing there. Alright, the crossbell side, again.
There's one of them.
So these are the railway guns.
It's gigantic.
And they intend to turn this on a city full of hundreds of thousands of innocent people.
Oh yeah, here comes the cavalry.
Who the hell are you? You're those kids from the military academy. Stay away from the railway gun.
Enough from you! We need to take them down as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah. We'll get him. Radiant Walt's a good chunk of them, would you, Laura, honey? But that wasn't enough to get him. You know what? Arts him. The good old... No, that's not gonna do. I think that'll do. Still, not enough? Wow.
No.
Yeah, you attack us, but,
No.
Here we go.
oh man, Sarah. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use Sarah Valstein's ability, but oh well. It'll be alright. We're almost done with this battle anyways.
This isn't the first time I've crossed swords with the Imperial Liberation Front.
They don't seem really strong, just really obstinate. What would push them to go this far?
We can discuss that later.
Right. We need to stop the railway gun first.
Get back!
Yep.
It would have been smarter to stay away, S.
I'm impressed you saw me coming, Purple Lightning. I see the rumors about you weren't just trumped-up stories.
I love a good compliment, but getting one from a terrorist just doesn't put a spring in my step. Still, I suppose the fact you're here means the other ringleaders must be over at the other guy.
V certainly is. As for Gideon, I'm sorry to say he lost his life in Crossbell a short while ago.
What?
He did?
I just received a call about it a few minutes ago. Apparently, he was killed by a real top-rate Jaeger Corps hired by your friend, the Blood and Iron Chancellor. Poor guy. I heard it was practically a massacre.
What a terrible way to go.
Well, Grants isn't exactly known for his bountiful sense of mercy.
If you don't want to die like a dog, don't run around snapping your fangs at everyone.
You keep talking like this has nothing to do with you, but I take it you've got no intention of beating a retreat. It sounds like you've got the railway gun set to automatic firing mode, too.
I was wondering what that sound was. It was loading another round!
Oh, I was hoping you'd miss it in all your battling. It's got, 10 minutes or so to go.
Conniving witch.
You can let us past, or we're going to force our way through. Your choice.
Careful. She's a dangerous one to tangle with, and she's hiding something.
Right again.
Oh yeah.
Giant archaisms!
Ooh, just my color, too. For borrowed muscle, I've really taken a liking to them.
Scarlet.
Gideon might have fallen, but it's not too late. To send the Chancellor to join him on his way to Gehenna!
How about you go instead?
Crossbell's counting on us. Strike with everything you've got.
Let's rock!
Think you can satisfy me, little please?
My turn.
Let's give him a good thrashing. May not be enough to take all of them out at once. We better take care of these at first.
Okay. Dance, flames. Extra flare.
Of course. No escape.
My turn.
Ha, you missed.
My turn.
Crafts do you have? Oh, you don't really have that much, but you better get to moving with actually attacking that one.
Here we go.
Ancient glyph. Ouch. Ooh. Bad, 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 bad. Anything we can use to cure petrification? Sure we have some. Yeah. Softening ointment.
Thank you very much. It's my turn. Yeah.
Leave it to me.
This is a pretty tense fight we have going on right here. That's for certain. Just listen to the music right now. It's definitely making me think of like a Mega Man X soundtrack or something.
Off guard. How about this? My turn. Didn't see that coming.
Okay. Gleaming blade. Go.
Here we go.
Oh, come on!
Second form. Damn.
Here you go.
Ouch. Really? Oh, man. Well, time to see if we can actually use,
Okay. Behold the might of the Arcade School. Radiant blade dance. Leave it to me.
Okay, so where's the relaxant?
Here we go.
Ancient glyph on us. Oh, this could be bad.
Hope you like pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude! Seriously? Man, there's really no pushover, that's for sure.
My turn.
My turn.
Thank you very much. It's my turn.
Go ahead and give one to instructor for sure.
Thanks.
My turn.
Go ahead and give you yourself one. Oh, bad.
Stand down!
I'm sorry, everyone.
How about this? Leave it to me.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Take care of one and take care of the other. Oh, well, at least we got it.
Here you go.
Oh, bad. Bad. Bad.
I messed up. Okay.
Really? Really bad.
Now. Thanks.
How about this?
Okay.
You get a move on over here.
Okay.
One for Reen. Get him up. Dude!
Here you go.
This is bullshit. Every sense of the word.
You have my face.
Take care of the other one right there. One who's giving us so much hell. And a handbasket.
My turn.
How would you miss? Wow. Not cool. Not cool. Would you quit attacking us with that stupid attack?
Bring it on.
Man. You're gonna have to do some major damage on them.
Let's see you live through this. Plasma storm.
Go.
It's my turn.
Man.
Now.
That lady. My god. Wait a minute. Quit shockwaving us, you bastard.
It's my turn. Now. Leave it to me.
Man, this is not boding well for us, especially against this boss. That's not mute. Or, cure faint, a stimulant, but we don't have much of those anymore. I guess our only means of attack right now is to attack this. Well, you missed us.
Okay. Now.
My turn.
give you abnormal status restoration. Let's get that ready while it's on that fast enough so we can take it down if we can. Hello there, Flame Chocobo. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, I'm about to wrap it up after I finish up this chapter. Oh boy. Yep, it's using its S-Break ability. Ouch. Better not be the death knell of us. Shit. 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 God damn it. This boss. Yeah, you did. Oh, piss. Oh, man. Man, I thought we had a good chance to defeat that. You know what? I'm gonna have to have somebody else get the attacks on, if we can. But man, that sucks.
My turn.
Let's see, where's that Zerum capsule? Instructor, you're gonna need to use a lot more than us. See if you can take him out real quickly. Let's give you the Zerum powder. And see if you can put the end to it. Well, to both those things, so that way we can actually just focus on that one by herself. Seriously, enough's enough. Well, we... Take care of that one. Got it. Alright, now it's time to take care of this one. Radiant Waltz it. Well, it's good to know, Flame Chocobo, that you're doing just fine. As long as you got done with work, that's all that matters, right? Yeah, we're doing a number on this winch. Got him! But seriously, good riddance. That boss was cheap. Very cheap. Who got level ups there? Not to see.
That should suffice.
Eustace did,
Nice.
as well as Gaius. Well, good luck with that, Flame Chocobo. Hopefully it all goes smooth.
Systems deactivated. Thank goodness.
Ah, you got me. Shouldn't have expected any less from the ace of the 4th Armored Division. Or from Sylphie. The rest of you weren't half bad either.
I can't believe you could take on this many of us at once. You are one tough old bear.
Neidhart here. We've regained control of the left railway gun.
And we've deactivated the right wing's railway gun over here. Good work.
We did it.
Oh, thank goodness.
My. You can hardly call our crossing paths coincidence at this point. Oh well, no matter. Everything played out just like C said it would, both here and in Crossbell.
What are you talking about?
Comrade S.
What? How can they still move?
We'd completely incapacitated them.
Go, Comrade S. Regroup with Comrades C and V and bring the hammer down once and for all!
That's the plan. Well, I'll catch you all in the great beyond.
What? No! She wouldn't.
Man.
Damn.
My name is C, leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. Allow me to extend my congratulations. Fending off our two-pronged attack here and Crossbell. But you would be foolish to assume this is the end of it. The hammer of judgment shall fall again. I'm ready.
What are they planning this time? Hard to say.
How can this be? So this is the Imperial Liberation Front. For even more reason than I'd hoped.
Brazen is definitely the correct term to say there.
So C was here after all.
Who is he anyway? What's he hiding? Even the intelligence division's drawing a blank trying to gather info on him.
Wait a minute. Crow wasn't with the other group.
At least this time we managed to capture some of them alive. And they will talk.
Huh?
What the hell? Is this poison?
What?
This is bad.
Wow. They're that vile.
Looks like these guys all swallowed neurotoxin capsules. I don't think we're gonna be able to save them. I doubt it'll work, but I'm gonna try to neutralize the poison. Emma, if you've got any herbs you think might help, give me a hand here.
Of course.
Oh wait, there he is.
Not sure. I'd give them 50-50 maybe.
Even if we can keep them alive, there's no guarantee they'll regain consciousness. No.
Why would they go this far? These are the kinds of people we're dealing with.
With some quick thinking, hard fighting, and a little luck, we were able to stop a potentially devastating terrorist attack in its tracks. But with the political climate as it was, this incident, overshadowed by the crisis in Crossbell, was never made public. In the days that followed, we still felt shaken. Our eyes newly opened to the dangers facing our homeland, both outside and within.
So that's the end of Chapter 5, guys. Man, I will say,
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
that was...
I've got a little reward here for you.
Man, that was really hard to muster in, guys.
Keep up the good work.
But we did get through the rest of Chapter 5, so that's all good.
Good showing, everyone.
And Class VII's bond strengthened. My link with Elisa went up to 5. And looks like we have a bit of a special guest, or a special thing that we can do near the end of the game. And they reached their max when it comes to that, as well. Mine, Irene with Laura. Can learn Rush too. Interesting. Got to level 4 with Emma. Got to level 3 with good old Milliam here. But yeah, Signs and Omens. That was a pretty deep chapter, if you ask me, guys. But with all that said and done, I think we're now at a closing spot to where we can go ahead and we can end off tonight's chapter. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and close off the program for now. You know, Trails of Cold Steel, and then we'll resume tomorrow with playing some more of the game. But yeah, we made a lot of progress tonight. That was really a lot to bear right there, and I didn't even think that was going to last this long. But anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed that live stream for tonight. I know it wasn't much, but I figured that a lot of people would have been around to, you know, witness the quite fantastic well, I wouldn't say fantastic, but just the full closure of the beginning portions of the game now coming to fruition at the end of Chapter 5 like that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of very serious stuff coming in for the next couple chapters because we are closing near the end of the game, and we have one more field study left that we have to complete before everything comes to a wrap, from what I read. Anyway, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that live stream that I did tonight. If you like what you see, then be sure to hit that follow button right above the video player, so that way you're notified of when I go live. And that means that more support from you guys will mean that more of me doing live streams on here will be coming from me to you that you guys are not going to find anywhere else. And also, if you like my content on YouTube, then if you scroll down at the bottom of this page, you actually should see my logo, which is much bigger than the one that you see at the top of this page. And if you click on that big logo of mine, it'll actually direct you to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/RRPGReviews. And I do reviews, retrospectives, I archive my live streams from here to there. And I also do 2 cents videos that are now called side quest videos, but that's on hiatus because I'm currently working on episode 9 of my Final Fantasy retrospective at this point. And if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, my Facebook fan page is facebook.com/RRPGReviews, and my Twitter handle my handle on Twitter is @RRPGReviews, and whichever social media site you are on, I will be sure to post on there whenever you hear from me. And the thing is that both my Facebook and Twitter accounts are connected, so you will actually get the news from me at the same time on both those websites. So, yeah, before I leave for tonight, I will be showing off the trailer one last time for the Road to E3 that the Geek Fighters and I are doing, so that way you're notified of what is all going on, and what days to actually catch us for our live streams, and where you can actually find it. So anyway, guys, as I said, I hope you all enjoyed my stream for tonight, and tune in tomorrow afternoon for when we continue where we left off, and we will get on with Chapter 6, and we'll see how far along that will get us, and see where things are going to go from here in terms of story development. You all have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. This is Double RPG signing off by saying Godspeed, and game on, gamers. Peace out. Hi-ho, gamers and fernads everywhere. This is Double RPG here with a very big announcement directly to you. Next month is the month of May, and you know what that means? That's right. It's that time of year again, where the Geek Fighters will bring back our Road to E3 series as we approach Gamers Christmas for the 2018 season this June. You probably are going to wonder to yourselves about what days we'll be having our Road to E3 2018 episodes, who we are going to cover, and when the times are going to be held. Don't worry about that, as you have come to the right place for that juicy info. Our Road to E3 2018 festivities will start off on May 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, as we'll cover our predictions on Microsoft. The next week on May 18th at the same time, we'll cover our presaging on Sony. The next week after that, on May 25th at the same time, we'll see us giving our prognosis toward Nintendo themselves. And the final week on June 1st at the same time sees the Geek Fighters bring in the augury on third-party companies. It's during these times every year when we ask ourselves, is Microsoft going to hit it hard with more Japanese support? Will Sony show off or announce the PlayStation 5 during their press conference? Does Nintendo have a new beefier revision of the Nintendo Switch in the pipeline? Do all third-party companies have a bevy of new software to entice the masses on all platforms in the future? Those are just some of the questions we ask ourselves and predict when times like these are about to hit off hard. But you'll just have to tune into these times to see what all we ask ourselves and what we surmise will be at the big event. If you want to keep up to date on when we go live, then here's a big must that you should do. Hit that follow button on our Twitch page, which is twitch.tv/thegeekfighters, so that you can know when we'll exactly go live on those days, aside from our days when we live stream our play sessions on games we like to riff. That means more support from you will mean that we'll continue to provide you all with great content that you won't find anywhere else. Finally, for all who are anxious about what our schedule is going to be for E3 2018 in terms of the press conferences, stay tuned for more details in the middle to late May, as we'll have everything finalized by then. E3 2018 is going to be another barrel of fun for Fighter Chaos, 16-Bit Jeff, and myself at the Geek Fighters, but the fun only gets started 1 month before the main event with our Road to E3 2018 series on Twitch. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and we'll see you during these times in the month of May, as E3 2018 is slowly crawling up from around the corner. This is Double RPG signing off by saying Godspeed, and game on, gamers. Peace out!